The energy phenomena registered above the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun request a different definition of the pyramids instead of the conventional, dogmatic explanations. The pyramids are energy amplifiers which have been sending and receiving information. The discovery of the Tesla scalar waves above the top of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun, traveling faster than the speed of light, empowers the concept of the existence of the cosmic internet, providing almost instant intergalactic communication in the universe. Dr. Sam Osmanagich's research and arguments that the pyramids were constructed all over the world and that the oldest ones are also most superior have led to the situations in which Egyptologists built up the hostility wall in his direction in previous 2 decades. His assertion that the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun is the oldest in the world has provoked the reaction of the world's most influential Egyptologist, Dr. Zani Hawass, and banning the Bosnian Pyramid project for many years the access to the leading scientific TV channels in the world. The evidence of the oldest concrete of the best quality in the world, which has been discovered on the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun, and the existence of the largest network of prehistorical tunnels have caused the written petition of the European Archaeological Association against the research. Of course, the time and the scientific arguments prove that they were wrong. Therefore, the new history is getting written, not only of Europe, but also the whole world as well. But it's not only that the history books are wrong inside our education system, we're taught wrongly, or to say better, programmed with all of the basic knowledge. The physicists, astronomers, and geologists persist with the assertion that the Big Bang Theory created the cosmos out of nothingness and that today it's expanding rapidly. The biologists still support the Darwinism, inclined to say that life is created from inorganic matter, that the evolution is the cause for the wildlife experiment, and that humans originate from a monkey.
You can get this pack of
A monkey. They were all wrong. The life originates from the intervention, genetic engineering on our planet. The species are changing over a long period of time through the experiments in which the evolution plays only a small role. Homo sapiens is the result of genetic engineering, and of course, we aren't the first of the most developed civilizations in this planetary history. Philosophy, physics, mathematics, and the engineering insights can explain the cosmos, the creation of our planet, and the life on Earth. But along with conventional knowledge, it is necessary to deprogram ourselves and open up to the spiritual knowledge and the sacral geometry in order to understand the energetical essence of all living and unliving matter. Let's put us in the role of the creator of the cosmos. We start creating a large number of galaxies from the center of the universe. At the present time, the assumption is that there are around 400 billion galaxies in our cosmos. These assumptions of the number of galaxies have tended to risen in the past several decades. Each galaxy has many star systems. For example, in our galaxy, the Milky Way, it's estimated up to 10 years ago there were 100 billion stars. However, we now speak about 400 billion stars. Amongst these 4 billion is also our Sun. Each star has several planets. We are, for example, the 3rd planet in the solar system. Furthermore, planets have moons, sometimes one, sometimes dozens, and so on. Let's go back to the creator's role. If we created such immense and complex systems with an almost endless number of cosmic objects, we ask ourselves how to manage them, how to monitor the condition of all objects, and how to set up an efficient communication system. Einstein's physics teaches us that the fastest speed in the universe is the speed of light. 300,000 kilometers per second is almost about enough for our earthly conditions. But for the light to travel from the Earth to the Sun, it takes almost 8 minutes. That's rather slow. To reach the second nearest star, it would take 4 years for light to travel. It takes 26,000 years to get to the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way, another 40,000 light years to get to the nearest galaxy. And finally, it takes 5 billion years for information to reach the center of the universe from our solar system. The speed of light would be very impractical and too slow for the Creator to have communication with all of these cosmic subjects. Is there a speed greater than the speed of light? According to Einstein, no object with real mass in action could travel at the speed of light. However, to the whole new wave of independent researchers, the limitation of the speed of light isn't the obstacle for a faster speed existing. A German physicist, Dr. Konstantin Mail, says that neutrino particles are able to travel faster. For many other researchers, among the most prominent is Tesla. Scalar waves are traveling at faster speeds than the light. It's estimated to be 10 billion times faster than light. Also, the scalar waves can move through any other cosmic body, planets and suns, without wasting energy. This means they are able to travel at great velocity, transfer information and energy, and there's no loss of the quality and the quantity of the information. Ideally, at both ends, you'd have a generator of the energy which are mutually communicating through Tesla's scalar waves. The information transfer is almost instant between two distant parts of the cosmos. Many elapsed cultures on our planet have regarded the sun as the father sun. Mayans, for example, had great respect for the cosmic father. The sun isn't giving us only the heat and energy, therefore life itself, but it's also giving us information, refines us, and affects our DNA. Short gazing at the sun during sunrise or sunset is beneficial for us on the physical and spiritual level. The pyramid is the most powerful of all geometric shapes in terms of energies. If located over the potent energy spot, the pyramid becomes the energy amplifier. Under the Bosnian pyramid of the sun, there are iron plates, generating an electromagnetic field, underground water flow, releasing negative ions, and the second one, deeper underground water flow, creates an electrical charge with the one from above. Also, we find the natural magnetism, orgone energy. These energy phenomena can be measured with scientific instruments. During the archaeological excavations, great amounts of quartz crystals were discovered on the surface of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun. It's also found in the underground tunnels. It's well known.
Hey, if you're trying to get in shape, stop scrolling for a second and listen to me. I got something that's very easy for you to do. One of these.
Known that the quartz crystals receives and then amplifies the energies. The cavities, the underground tunnels, also amplify the energy. If we add up the very precise layout of the pyramids in Visoko, equilateral triangle between the pyramids of the Sun, Moon and Dragon, and another triangle between the pyramids of the Love, Earth and River Forgenica, then the application of the other elements of the sacral geometry, flower of life, irrational numbers, Fibonacci formula, then there is no doubt that all of this contributed to the development of an energy complex of great power which has been named the Bosnian Valley of the Pyramids. Research of physicists, electrical engineers and sound engineers on the energy phenomena of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun and underground tunnels, along with a comparison with other natural hills around Visoko, have been taking place since 2010. The teams from Croatia, Italy, Finland, Germany, and other countries have discovered the existence of energy beams over the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun with a frequency of 28 kHz, which is focused and continuous. In September 2016, an international team from Serbia, Croatia and Slovenia, led by the engineer Goran Mojunovic from Belgrade, went one step further. They mounted instruments on a drone and took it 50 meters above the Bosnian pyramids. During the flight, it went horizontal every 10 meters on all four sides of the world. The electrical field was measured over the top of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun. After 2 months of information processing, the engineer, Mojunovic, had two revolutionary conclusions. One, the beam over the pyramid top, with the previously established radius of 4.5 meters, is expanding in radius and getting stronger. It's strongest at 21.3 meters above the pyramid. After then it gets weaker, and then at 43.3 meters it has the same value as at the null point on the ground. Or, in engineer Mojunovic's words, the synthesis of the recorded values and the electrical field intensity allocation analysis in vertical and horizontal flats allows us to conclude that the energy field above the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun has the shape of an oval, uneven ellipsoid with the biggest density of the energy at the height similar to the virtual height of the pyramid. The represented waviness in relation to the intensity and the orientation in the wave mechanics terminology would be 3D standing wave or complex scalar waves. For many years, it's been wondered about the orientation of this energy beam. Is it directed towards a particular solar system, Orion, Pleiades, Alpha Centauri, or towards a particular planet in another solar system? The Earth's rotation of 462 meters per second doesn't give enough time to focus the beam to a particular cosmic object or eventual information transmission. However, the findings of Goran Morjunovic's team give a completely logical explanation for the beam's direction. Namely, they found the following. The analysis of the registered values during the horizontal flight at about 40 meters of height indicates slightly raised values in the south-southwest zone that indicates that the beam is slightly inclined in the direction of the southwest. Considering that the measurements were performed at noon and during the afternoon, it's logical that the energy wave was following the sun's movement. Therefore, the communication between the Earth and its star is ongoing during most of the day. The cosmos with the endless, quick and efficient communication couldn't exist if it's filled up with a vast number of black holes which are expanding and consume all on its way. The cosmos couldn't exist too if it was filled with never-ending vacuums in which there are no particles which facilitate the transport and communication. Therefore, the design system with the existing communication needs another kind of definition of the cosmos and its elements. The creators of the electrical cosmos idea, in which everything is based on electrical particles, has been gaining more supporters because they explain in a logical way almost all the cosmic processes. They don't start the story with the irrational Big Bang theory. That's why the existence of superfast and superconductivity cosmos without the internal discontinuity and black holes is logical. The cosmos is limited, and behind everything is the cosmic mind, the creator. Besides ours, it created endless numbers of other universes, and in order to visit them, it would be necessary to take a cosmic dimensional leap. We are all just part of the cosmic internet together, with all other cosmic entities in space, including our creator. The information transmission is almost instant, regardless of the fair distances. Thereby, the Bosnian pyramid of the sun on our small mother planet is a link into the cosmic internet.
Seems like the Earth's been shaking lately. A lot of seismic activity across the globe. If you look at the recent quakes in Melbourne, here, in Crete, is the activity a coincidence or is something bigger happening beneath the surface?
Would you expect this to have a knock-on effect on the food chain or on the way that they're
I don't think you can possibly tell, at this stage, because I suspect a weather-orientated thing.
We're looking at the puffins.
You're looking at the puffin,
some of these were just very emaciated.
Well, that would suggest that they're not finding food, wouldn't it? Yeah. Basically,
or a disease. Or a disease.
It might be a disease. Yeah.
But would you think at the moment this is contagious? This is something that birds can pass on to birds?
I don't think you can possibly tell that. No.
Earthquake this morning in Santa Rosa. Did you feel it?
That's the question.
Did you feel it this morning? That 3.4 earthquake hitting near Santa Rosa. This happened around 5:45 this morning.
And you can see light shaking reported all around Santa Rosa and even as far south, it looks like it's San Francisco and even in Berkeley, people are saying, I felt something kind of move.
We like to talk about it when it's a small one and it doesn't hurt anything and it doesn't cause any damage, but it's just one of those wake-up
things.
calls.
It is just absolutely incredible to really see the lava pouring into Halemaumau crater. And Christine, as you mentioned earlier, no threat to the public.
And to Hawaii, where the Kilauea volcano erupting again, the U.S. Geological Survey elevating the alert level, confirming new activity near the summit of the volcano on the Big Island, and watching developments closely.
Lava cascading from an erupting volcano on La Palma in the Canary Islands has reached the sea.
This morning, as lava pours across Spain's La Palma Island and into the sea, toxic gas now threatens this popular vacation destination. As you can see here, when the red-hot magma reaches the cooler water, it causes these massive clouds of white steam to billow into the sky. In those clouds of steam, toxic chemicals, which can trigger acid rain, and they irritate the skin and eyes.
Volcanologists had predicted that there would be an eruption, but had not anticipated its magnitude. They say since this all began, the island has increased in landmass. It's as if Cumbre Vieja, with this eruption, is pulling the island of La Palma out of the ocean.
It's easy to focus on the scale and, frankly, the spectacle of what's happening in La Palma. But each new eruption leads to more destruction.
The volcano erupted 11 days ago and prompted thousands to evacuate as the lava threatened their homes. And this morning, over 740 buildings have now been destroyed and more than 1 square mile has turned to ash. Just days ago, we witnessed the tremendous power of this volcano.
The thing that really strikes you is the noise. Just listen to that.
And now explosions still rock the island. Residents unsure if more cracks in the earth will open up and release more dangerous magma.
Geologist Professor Deuel Jerram joins us now from the UK. Deuel, good to talk to you again. Can you explain what is going on there?
Yes, Michael, it's an amazing time. We're seeing essentially the birth of a volcano. We're able to watch it sort of come to life, but also then, unfortunately, it's now devastating some of the communities in the area, and it's actually made it all the way to the sea.
Now, this volcano created quite a disaster zone, as we're seeing in some of the vision there when it erupted 9 days ago. Just back on the earthquakes, I mean, that major fault line of the San Andreas fault in California, you said earthquakes are much harder to predict than the volcanic activity. Can experts predict the next big earthquake?
Well, San Andreas is a real different beast. I mean, that's actually on a plate boundary between the Pacific and the North American plate. It's on a big transform fault, so a really big strike slip fault. It goes for over 1,000 kilometers. And clearly we know that this is a breeding ground for earthquakes. And there was the amazing one in 1906, which devastated large parts of San Francisco. There was one in 1994 in Los Angeles. And I think the last big one was in 2004. So we know that there's pressure building up all the time along this fault. So it is due to have another earthquake. It's just knowing exactly where and when is a difficult process to try and monitor.
There's always something interesting happening in the world, and you're always across it.
So it's a very different way of looking at DNA. I didn't know what we would find. It was a 12-year-long research project that began when I was an engineer during the last years of the Cold War. And it was intentional for me. I thought if we were going to find a principle that transcends our differences, that would help us maybe never have this kind of war again, where would we look for that principle? Are we going to look in a book or on a rock? And I said, let's look into life itself. Of course, in the 80s, we didn't know about DNA, what we know now. So it's taken that long. It's an ongoing project. The code exists in many layers. Each layer has its own code to unlock that layer. It's whoever put this there wanted to make sure we understood really clearly how this works. So I've had to work with a team of geneticists, linguists, historians, translators, because I'm no expert in those fields. I'm taking what I do know to bring it together and then they are validating or clarifying or showing me where it's wrong or where we're thinking about things wrong. So in a nutshell, the message in all life, God eternal within the body, says to us that we're perhaps greater than we've ever imagined in the past. We're part of a greater presence, and that we're empowered to transcend the laws of physics. If we're God within the body, why would we be bound by the laws of physics, or why would we be bound by the laws of biology? Those are relative laws. If we're God within the body, and it has nothing to do with religion. From my perspective, this is purely information, empowering information, helping us to understand who we are in the world. As we see the belief systems falling away that have led us into the 21st century, my feeling is that a new belief will have to be in place to support who we are and what we do believe. And I can imagine nothing greater than understanding that we truly are empowered to love and care for one another on almost infinite terms, and that we transcend the limits that we've believed in the past. And what a beautiful place to begin a new belief system in terms of who we are. So I'm very passionate about this work. I left a successful career in defense and aerospace to pursue this, and all the other work supports this in some way. The bottom line is it's just about helping us become hopefully who we are and create a better world. The book was sent out for review. The God Code book went out for review. It went to clergy and Catholic traditions, Protestant traditions, Native American, Islamic, Mormon Church, across the board. And they are very different from one another, obviously. All the feedback that we got was that they believed that this work supported their tradition. And to me, that was a beautiful sign that we've cut through the distortions to something that's true. The bottom line is that for all those traditions, we are here on purpose and we're part of a greater existence. And that's what this message says. The details that have developed over the centuries and the distortions, we look past those. Yes, I've seen a change. It's so huge, sometimes it takes a while to sink in. I was with some very serious European audiences, really serious note-taking audiences. Good people, really great people. I like to take my programs overseas first. And what I know is if I can express an idea clearly to a foreign audience through a translator, then I'll probably be able to do it well with our friends here at home. And so I asked a question. I said, what would it mean to you? What would it mean to find a message encoded into the cells of your body? And they were quiet just for a moment, and the Europeans said, well, Greg, it depends on what the message says. You know, and I'm saying, we haven't got that far yet. I'm just asking you, what would it mean if it was there? Not what does it say, but the fact that the message is there, what would that mean? It's such a huge concept. And the idea of somehow creating letters of the alphabet out of the sticky, gooey protoplasmic stuff that we're conditioned to think of it as life is a disconnect for a lot of people. But it's all based in numbers. Western science, our science today, describes all life as the elements of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. Those are words. And there are numbers that go with those that we can describe on the periodic table. Ancient texts did exactly the same thing. They described life through words. And what we know now is for every one of those letters in the ancient alphabets, in every alphabet, there's a very precise numeric link. And those numbers are what match the scientific way of knowing. And if it sounds complex, it's my inability to make it very simple because it's so eloquent and it's so beautiful and it's so simple and it's right there. And all we do is follow the instructions in a 5,000-year-old text, use our science and some computers, and there's a message in the DNA. And we'll see where it goes from there. When I was an engineer, what I found was that engineers felt that they were left out of the conversation of spirituality, and because the language made no sense to an engineer. And I wrote a little book. It was a workbook called Awakening the Zero Point, in engineering terms, to describe what's happening, what I saw happening in the late 1980s. And it caught on and was Xerox copied and ended up becoming its own book and its own phenomenon. It described what we knew then. And for the most part, it's pretty accurate. There's some things that have changed. The bottom line was that within the changes that we are all feeling in our lives, as we look for reasons, say, what in the world is going on? You know, what's happening with the weather? What's happening? It seems like everybody's going to war. What's happening with my body? I don't sleep the way I used to, or my relationships have gotten really intense. As different as those all seem from one another, they're all related. What we know is that technically, and when I was a geologist, I could see this happening. The magnetic field of the Earth is in decline. It has been for the last 2,000 years. It looks like a chart on the New York Stock Exchange on a bad day. It started declining. It's never gone back. So we're at the lowest point in planetary magnetics now that we have been in the last 2,000 years. We have seen Earth have this experience in the geologic record. We've seen this happen at least 14 times in the last 4.5 million years. And every time it happens, it precedes a flip, a 180-degree reversal of the magnetic field. So they get weaker and weak. The magnetic fields decline. They get weaker and weaker and weaker until they drop to zero for a period of a few days, it looks like. Then the field reverses, and what used to be North Pole is South, South Pole becomes North, and the fields begin to get stronger and stronger and stronger. The last time this happened looked like it was around maybe 9 to 11,000 years ago. At that time, we saw the melting of the last ice age. A lot of people believe Atlantis was here during that time. And as the ice melted, oceans rose, and that's why we don't see the continent of Atlantis anymore. There's a whole program we could do on that. We know that those fields are declining. We know that that's a fact. The scientists have believed that it's linear, that you can know where it was 50 years ago and know where it is today and draw a straight line and say this is where it's going to be. Based on that, they say it's about another 2,000 years before we go into a zero reversal. We know, however, that it is not linear. It's what's called a geometric decline. And what that means is that as the field declines, it declines quickly. Ancient calendars point to our time in history, the Mayan calendar, the Egyptian calendar, native oral traditions, both in North, South America, and the Tibetan traditions. They all say that something is happening at our time in history, and this is when time as we know it changes, and that the Earth as we know it changes. So scientists only within the last couple of years, the mainstream publications have now admitted, they say, yes, we are in the early stages of a magnetic reversal. We don't know what that means. What we do know is that we're linked to those fields, our emotions, our sleep patterns, our perceptions of time and space, how we feel about our relationships, our immune response. All those things are linked to the magnetic fields of the Earth, as well as the weather patterns. And this is something a lot of people aren't talking about. So the decrease of the magnetics is what is driving the weather patterns and the shifts that we're seeing right now, including global warming and those kinds of things. So we know those are happening, and they are giving us an opportunity. I think they're giving us an opportunity to know ourselves in the presence of conditions that are unlike what we've lived in the past. And what that means is it's an opportunity for us to demonstrate our mastery of who we really are in this universe, in this reality. Because in that mastery, those changes come much easier to us. It's in our resistance to our mastery, those changes are tough. So when we feel that we're limited beings, and that our health is so very fragile, and that the way that we live is so fragile. It is in some respects. In other respects, it's a direct mirror of what's happening inside of our bodies. So that was one parameter, the magnetics. The second was there's the fundamental heartbeat of the Earth the ancients talked about. The scientists first detected this in 1899. It's measured a number of different ways, but the bottom line is we know that fundamental heartbeat is speeding up. And we all know that because everyone says time is speeding up. Every country I've been to, people say it seems like time is speeding up. Why is that? every cell in our body is in resonance, trying to keep time with the heartbeat of our Mother Earth. And as that heartbeat increases, our cells are trying to metabolize and maintain their existence and match that increase. And we perceive that change as time speeding up. So to us, it feels like things are going faster because they are in that respect. Those two parameters together are physical parameters that can be measured that tell us where we are at this time in history. And all I can say right now is we've got very low magnetics, and the pulse of the planet is twice what it was in the mid-1980s. And we're not sure where that's going to go. But I also have to say, I know people who spend all of their time preparing for the moment that the world changes, whether it's burying boxcars of food in their backyard or building a shelter, that will protect them from whatever. And if people feel good about that, I think it's probably a good thing to do. My experience is, if you spend your life preparing for all the bad things, you miss life. And by living the life that crosses our paths and honoring those changes, when the frightening things happen to us, honor that fear and go through what the ancient traditions suggest we go through to transcend that fear. And as we do that, it changes our bodies. And in that change, we've already prepared for whatever the earth is going to bring. Because as we change our beliefs, we are tuning our bodies to that pulse of the earth and to those magnetics. So rather than resist those things, the changes in the earth and the changes in our lives are the same, rather than separate as some people would like to keep them separate. It's easier to think of them that way. We're made out of the same stuff the earth is made of. The same elements of the earth, nothing more, nothing less. And if our earth, our Mother Earth, is going through a magnetic shift and a pulse change, then that means we're going through it as well. We are tuned, we are in resonance. We've got tiny magnetic particles in our brain that tune us to the magnetic fields of the earth, just like all other animals do. We discount ours historically, and scientists now know that they're there. So the earth changes are our changes, and they're being mirrored in our bodies. If we understand that, then there's a beautiful system that's unfolding. If we don't understand that, then a mysterious change is happening that we try to address medically and maybe suppress. And it's just about honoring who we are and knowing who we are. It brings us back to the first question. We're more than the laws of physics and biology have ever led us to believe. And there's a power within us that transcends those limits. And it's that power that empowers us to participate in a beautiful change in our planet and a beautiful change in our bodies, to become the greatest potential of who we are, rather than live in the limits of what we've always believed. I do believe in life after death, and I believe that death is probably not what we've always believed it is. It's a continuation. The evidence is overwhelming. Scientific evidence, anecdotal evidence as well, cultural evidence, that we are part of this field that is now being called the divine matrix, that this field of energy, when I talk about that field of energy, what I've found is people tend to think of it as being somewhere else. So if we can think of this field of energy that bathes creation as a big, thick blanket with lots of fibers, and you and me and everyone listening to this and our lives, our world, are all within the fibers of that blanket. And it's a relatively smooth field of energy, and every once in a while, it crystallizes into a rock or a tree or a human or a river. It helps us to kind of get a sense that we're part of that field. What we know is that consciousness crystallizes quantum possibilities into the physical realities of our world. And these bodies are physical realities. When the bodies are gone, that consciousness is still there as a quantum possibility, a quantum reality. And it appears, the evidence I think is overwhelming that we continue and cycle through that way. So the answer is yes. Maybe not in the way that you and I are having a conversation in this moment, but the essence that's Michael, or the essence that's Greg, I think will be around for a while.
All right. Shalom, everybody. Let me get a one if I could be heard. Mally going back to try to fix the video situation, so you gotta excuse my house a little live right now. A few of the grandbabies over, and the wife made some stuffed mushrooms, so you should see these children ready to try to take my food.
Yeah, go ahead and take a bite.
All right, cool. We got sevens. Oh, I wish y'all could see this. I probably put a picture up and see an example. She had put together a stuffed mushroom, like spinach and some big old. Ooh, it's hot.
Mama, it's cookie hot one. Yeah, Papa got more than one cup.
All right. I know, Chris, man, you got to, hey, look, you got to pick that wife of mine head, man. She really knows how to make her food. I mean, she did stuff, vegan Facebook. Oh, Madeline probably cut me off. I'm in the background.
Yeah, Papa.
All right, well, let me go mute, Madeline, so you can go ahead and start up. I was just talking to the
No,
people.
go ahead, do your thing. I got these short leggers running around too. Go ahead, let me mute.
Yeah, you hear the
my mic.
background? Yeah, these babies kick it, boy. It's Friday night.
Is it good? Or is it too hot to tell? You know, it's gonna cool off a little bit so you can like get the flavor.
You hear my daughter, y'all? She was trying to figure out how she gonna get my mushroom.
Hey, why you talking about my mama?
Yo, mama, my daughter's trying to take my food.
I'm gonna let you get a bite.
Huh, my days of feeding her is over with.
No, you whatever.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, now he says
Yeah, but what's going on, everybody, man? It's definitely good to see everybody in the chat. Definitely good. I'm going to post this in the Facebook group. Any of y'all that's with us on the Facebook group will be able to see what I'm eating on over here.
I can't eat food. I thought he was giving you some.
I just passed it to her.
I can't even agree.
It's a giant, big old
It's good.
stuffed
Yeah, you don't have to make it again.
mushroom.
Next to the grocery store. What's that market? Soulard? And I got the quarter better mushroom.
Hey, this is a big old, what you would call it? Bun size. Like over in Illinois, they got these
So did you
portobello
go
mushroom
downtown or did
sandwiches.
you go to
This is Soulard. We brought this from Soulard. I'm just telling you there's a place.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man, what's going on with it? That there, Dino, Chris, my brother, Shim Sean, what it do? Bro, I'm gonna have to subscribe, man. Hey, if anybody here is Shim Sean, you can send me the link and I can post it. Our brother is a writer, a creative writer, man. He has a platform, and it's like $2 a subscription. We could definitely afford our brother $2 a subscription to support his craft and his skill. Him and his wife, beautiful family. So Shimshon, you send me the information, bro. I definitely post it in there. YHWH'S, Shalom, my brother. Him and his beautiful wife. On the road of lights. Woo. Yeah, I got quiet. This stuff mushroom so good. We got a prayer going up. Let me mute.
like $5.
All right, we had something on in the background. I thought it was like a musical prayer, so I apologize. This mushroom is the talk of the house right now.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let me see this.
Hey,
How's that going for
shalom,
you?
family. Shalom, shalom. Can I be heard? Give me a Yahoo up in the chat if I could be heard. All praises, glory now to the Most High. Got my NehemiYAH in the building. Bless up, blessings to you and your family. I see y'all in the building. All praises. Nothing like family and short leggers and grand short leggers. And you know, the small things are the best things that make life worth living. You feel me? So
yes, it is, man. Yes, it is, bro.
Abundant blessings to you and yours. Bless up the entire brotherhood, which includes our sisters as well. May the abundant mercies and blessings of the Heavenly Father reside on every last one of y'all. Bless up, hallelujah. And may His beloved Son live in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. All praises. Yeah, y'all, you know, we be starting the videos out. Those are appetizers. We throw appetizers out like you go out, you get you an appetizer before the main course come on in. You feel me? Those are appetizers. We be, throw stuff out there to get our people to think. After all, Messiah did say the kingdom of heaven is within. Ain't that right, NehemiYAH?
That's exactly what he said, bro. And look, we dare not call him a liar.
Right. So the kingdom of heaven is within. And all them videos, I mean, regardless if you believe in totality of certain things that we show, you feel me? The thing is, a lot of these things, what they call the New Age movement and all that, majority of it, y'all, is in the Bible. They're getting it right out the scripture, or they're getting it right from your exact history. All right. So at the end of this class, I want to show a video of a woman that went into a coma. She had cancer, and they thought she was about to die. You understand? And interesting video. Nonetheless, she recovered and totally healed from it. Totally healed from the cancer. You did. And she goes into how she believes trauma from her childhood is what brought the cancer on. And the main trauma or the main emotion was fear. It was the fear aspect of it. You feel me?
That makes sense.
Nonetheless, she ended up going into a coma, and they basically thought she was about her. And she ended up recovering. And 5 weeks later, she was completely healed of the cancer. Completely. And all this went down in 2006. It's now 2021. So do the math. You understand? So when Messiah or Mashiach says what? That the kingdom of heaven is within. You understand? Or, through fasting and prayer, and, there ain't nothing you come against that you can't conquer and defeat. You got to really believe that. They're getting it all from us anyway. What you think about that, NehemiYAH?
I think you spoke the whole truth. Like when we was watching the video about the Gospels of Thomas. You supposed to pray and manifest if it is happening as it already happened. I talked to our brother Brian and his wife JoJo Jordan. They just had their little new baby,
Right.
And man, the testimonies I got from them, man, bro, like the prayer, they thought the baby was underweight, because she was trying to do a natural birth at home. And after the baby was did the blood work, her platelets was low, according because they don't eat the meat. And kind of gave it like some bad reports. But I said, man, they said they went into prayer right there in that office. They came back 2 days later. Well, they thought the baby was 4 pounds. The baby picked up 3 pounds in 2 days.
That's
born
right.
at 7 pounds, healthy. No issues. Mama didn't bleed out. Nothing, man. I mean, a perfect health and the full power of prayer. That was the best testimony I heard this morning. And I was out taking care of business. My spirit said, call Brian. And I acted on what the spirit told me. And boy, it made my day. Brian and JoJo.
Hey, look, all praises, bro.
So again, that prayer, that fast, don't ask as if you think it might or might not happen. Ask and walk in full authority as if it's going to happen. Like, don't even doubt it. Because we was told in the scriptures, faith the size of a mustard seed, you know what I'm saying? Just that. With no doubt, You can cast mountains, governments, powers, principalities away from you. You know what I'm saying? If the kingdom is within, there's no enemy within. If the kingdom is within, you see what I'm saying? So you can keep all things at bay. Be like Job with that full hedge around you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I like that part where he was going into in that Gospel of Thomas. It says to be surrounded with your answer. To be enveloped with your answer. So that's you know, basically uniting your emotions, your thoughts, and your feelings into one, and that's a firm expectation of what it's going to be. You understand? And it produces it produces a certain type of feeling. You dig? And all praises, man. You dig? It's all praises, glory, and honor. And you know, once you start going through some of those, and you start practically applying it, you start seeing this stuff for yourself. And then you be like, oh, hold on. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Within the past 2 weeks, due to Israel coming together, touching, agreeing, we've seen COVID cast down twice.
Yes.
Through heavy prayer.
We've seen Jobs. You know, Jobs was on the line for the COVID exempt forms. I mean, appeals had to be made, and victories are won. You know, like I said, it's gonna come a time we're gonna have to go out here and be in them troubles. So don't stay focused on your job. But the thing is, because of what's happening, people are learning to reroute their thinking. Now it's time to get your house together.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I'm trying to pull this up real quick. I think I done put the wrong. Let me see real quick. But yeah, that's why I be showing them videos at the beginning, just to get our people to open up and see and look. See and look for yourself. You understand? Nobody's making this stuff up. You dig? And a lot of it, believe it or not, majority of it can be found right in those scriptures or right in our history. You understand? With healing comes there's a knowledge that comes with healing. With knowledge comes wisdom. Wisdom is your practical application of the knowledge that you have. You understand? So with anything, there's a knowledge that comes with it. All right. So once you receive the knowledge of, okay, this is the method and what they was doing in full faith, because you got to believe in whatever you're doing. Absolutely. You dig? You definitely got to believe in what you're doing.
And that's how the Messiah walked. He knew whatever he asked of his Father, he would get. There was no disconnect, no doubt. Matter of fact, he knew not to ask for certain things because he know it'll be manifested. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, talk to us about that young Messiah you was watching. You was telling me about it earlier.
Oh, man.
Bring that up.
So we sent out a video earlier this week doing around the time of atonement, you know, that we have been observing going according to the 364 Enoch calendar. We definitely getting things together so we can have those meetings that we was talking about. But Maddie sent me this video a long time ago. It's on Netflix. Once you get past the so-called white man, the little white boy, we know everything we watch is going to be somewhat whitewashed. The closest thing we ever got to a black movie was the Prince of Egypt.
My baby still love that one, boy.
Yeah, I still love that one. But in the Young Messiah, it talks about the essence. You know what I'm saying? The essence. And it talks about how the purification, which, so let me give you an example. Christ was on the road with his mother and his uncle and his father, Joseph, right? Or as was supposed, so we be politically correct.
You ain't got to be politically correct no more on here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever don't like him, exit stage left.
Walk bold as a lion.
That's right.
But yeah, he was walking with Joseph. And there was a woman on the road crying out because a man was trying to attack her and rape her. Well, you know, Mary screamed out to Joseph. Joseph and Cleophas went up there to try to help. But by the time they got up there, the woman had already grabbed the man's knife and stabbed him and killed him, right? So the Messiah saw a murder or a killing. So they go into the water after they bury the body, and they talk to the woman, and they were trying to wash the blood off the clothes, and they giving the garments to young Messiah, and he's looking at the blood. Everything in this movie, he kept focusing in on blood. So he looked over at the waterfall. It showed a scene of the man falling down the mountainside, you know, and the uncle said, listen, that was a killing, but it was not a murder. The fault was his, not hers or ours, right? And he said, now I understand why my father gave the purification ritual, the water purification ritual. And the uncle said, yeah, God himself gave us that at Mount Sinai. He said, now I know why. Because the water purification system is the same thing we see in the temple. It's also the main thing we see during the time of a Mashiach. You had John the Baptist, who would naturally be a Levite, born from a Levite mother and a father. He never officiated in the temple. He never dealt with blood, right? And he had remissions of sin by water baptism. The water is a purification system. Like, you have to be clean even dealing at the altar when you was dealing with the temple rituals. But as we learned by reading Amos and multiple other scriptures, man, we wasn't sacrificing to the Most High at all. We was worshiping other gods from the wilderness forward. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. Christ said, ye of your father the devil. And it had to be something about our culture that was so off, because he said he had to send us the spirit of truth and the comforter. That'll mess you up right there. So when he looked at that, he understood that it didn't have to be no shedding of blood for purification, right? And that makes sense, because when he went to John the Baptist, there it go again. And all after that, you see baptism above sacrifice. Also, another scene in the young Messiah, he went to Jerusalem for the Passover, right? He had left his family and went himself, right? And so when he get there, you know, the soldiers are looking for him. He walked in with another family from Jericho. So the man gave him a few coins and said, you by yourself, but he was good. He walked in there with a lady complaining. She brought a sacrifice, a turtle dove. And then she was complaining, like, how you gonna give me a blemished turtle dove? The priest won't take it. And so you gonna cheat me in the temple. So you had all kind of money changing, you know, buying, selling, trading. You know, they was dealing wickedly with each other with blemished sacrifices. Christ said, she asked Christ, do you want this? He said, yeah. He said, what you got for it? So the little coins that the one man gave, he gave it to the woman, right? He got that bird. You know what he did? He opened the cage and said, look, it can fly. It's not blemished. It's doing what it was purposed to do, bro. Right. It wasn't meant to have his blood shed on the altar. You see what I'm saying? Another thing, there was another scene when he was focused, when they was fighting, there was like a little gorge, and the Roman soldiers coming through, and the Jews was going to ambush them. Man, they started fighting, and you saw the killing in the blood, man, and look, again, he stirred in on the blood. That's the thing, man. We are not supposed to be shedding blood, y'all. Facts. That's just what it is. So, I mean, it was an amazing movie. You know, I had a few texts about the, it's called The Young Messiah, Emo. The Young Messiah on Netflix. I sent it in a text message, but Young Messiah on, there it go. I just typed it in the room. But yeah, man, y'all get a chance to check the movie out. And then also, when the Romans was looking for him, they hid in the caves, right? Mm-hmm. And they was trying to think, well, should we go to Jerusalem or should we go back to Nazareth? He said, either way, they come in looking for us because they trying to find the young Messiah. He said, look, well, let's go to the S's because they'll help us. Wow. So here it is again. Now, we been saw this movie, but that never stood out before.
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, Nehemiah, you got the Clementine homilies on PDF?
I don't. I could probably run the front room and go grab it off the
yeah, I need it on PDF. I need to I don't know, somehow I got this Adobe Acrobat on my computer, but it keep shutting down. And so all my PDFs are opening up with this instead of my the default way I had on here. So I don't even know how to change it back to the default PDF viewer that I had.
Well, I know on a Windows operating system, you can hit right click and it says open with, and it says choose another app.
Well, let me try it like that.
Right click on the thing.
Open with. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
And you can change it that way and see.
What I use to
This for her to taste it and see if she like it. Was it good?
Yeah, she called me just in time before I finished it.
Yeah, I saw you. I did not eat none either. She showed me.
Let me see something.
But that mushroom went. That mushroom about to get devoured. The other wife was about to not eat. Bad husband. But yeah, how's that working for you, Mally?
It's loading up now. Let me see. I'm looking for a whole nother recommended application.
But yeah, watch that Young Messiah, man. There is a lot of jewels in there, more than what I thought. And again, this is a movie that Mally had brought out. So during Yom Kippur, we was in here watching, biblical movies. Of course, we had to pick through stuff. And, me and the wives and, the family just sat through and we talked and edified each other, with script. And it's just a beautiful thing. Even at the end, he said, I don't know if I was sent here to have angels do this or to do that. He said, but I believe I was just sent here to live, to experience life, the good, the bad, the whole experience of life itself, which makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because then you will know that God will understand how true sorrow feels because of what his son went through. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You look, but see, I had been sent that out. So I gotta watch it again now.
Hey, bro, it's so many jewels in that thing.
And what the S scenes and all that. I said, oh yeah, bro. I got to watch that.
Yeah, they talked about these scenes, man. They was like, hey, bro, you got to go to these scenes. He said, they wild, though. They live in the wilderness. They wild.
Nuts. Like, it ain't too many movies about the Nazarenes or their scenes. Barely spoken of. Let me see if this works right here. Let me see if this works.
Or uninstall and reinstall a program. Sometimes that
I ain't
programs get glitches.
I don't know. Like I had a default view on here a while back. I don't know what happened. Like I just tried to open it up. And I'm about to go ahead and get this for whatever reason. This Adobe be tripping. Okay, I think I'm. Let me see. I think I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I think I done got it back on what I used to have it on. Cool. All right, let me go ahead and work on that. Bang, pop on up. Now we about to eat. Let's go ahead and get her done. All right, y'all. So we this right here is Simon Peter or Shimon K5 enters Tyree of Sidon. All right. The last one we did was Nazarene edition 31. This is 32, and it was about the folly and the sin in them heathen gods, right? And then we seen how through chapter 4 through chapter 6, Clement held it down, trained properly by Simon Peter. You did. Dealing with him is even more powerful because he's a natural Roman, raised in Roman society, raised amongst the politics, the gods, all of it. So for him to be, to follow, to drop everything that he had, because all he had was royalty and nobility. For him to drop that and to go and follow wholeheartedly after who they call a barbarian Hebrew, who's poor, right? But he got the words of the living Father in him because he was trained by Mashiach himself. So while they was waiting for Peter to get there, because Peter sent Clement and his squad ahead of him. He said, "Look, go up there, go run down on Simon Magnus, give me a report, and I'll be on my way in a week." So finally, Peter gets there. All right. We don't went over this one before, but what we gonna do? We just gonna start reading all the way through. We don't went over this before, but it's always good to go back over. All right, especially during the week, man. All the time, life and experience is the best teacher. All right, so it'll be certain things you go through in life or go through during the week that inspire you or drive you to read something, even if you've been over it before. All right, so we done been over this one before, but I think we need to hit it again. All right, just based on a few reports I got this week from a few brothers and sisters, few battles they going through. You understand? And just let the brothers and sisters know, keep the faith, stay encouraged. What we teaching is the deathless way. It's the way of life. All right. So for anyone to get mad and be foaming at the mouth or talk crazy about what we're talking about, that's just because they're in agreement with those unclean forces that's been occupying them, that they've been in agreement with for a very, very long time. Think about it, y'all. What sin are we speaking about? What's sinful about not making your body a graveyard? What's sinful about, hey, look, that the creation of the Almighty deserves to live. His animals deserve to live. They're, after all, they are living souls in the nefesh kaya, just like you a living soul. Genesis chapter 1, Genesis chapter 2. So what you saying? What, because you hungry? Because your taste buds? Because you lusting to chew on the dead flesh of animals? They gotta die? Like, think about what you're saying. So y'all, especially in these hours, because we in the time where everything is heating up, time is speeding up, the magnetics of the earth, just like we just looked at that video, is at an all-time low. It's the reason why you can feel certain things about to happen. You can feel it because your body is electromagnetic. Your mind, your brain is electricity or electric, and your heart is magnetic. All right, so you can see it. And look, even more, you can feel it even more now that you are not making your body a graveyard for dead animal flesh. You can feel it even more. I know a lot of y'all can testify to that. Your thoughts are more powerful. Things you're thinking are coming to pass even quicker. Your prayers are being answered faster. Pains and soreness and everything is leaving your body a lot quicker. You understand? And that's because you're not putting in your body that which is dead. All right, you're getting rid of the oozing streams of decay called the runs, the bubble guts. All that gotta go because your body is no longer a graveyard. All right, so that message right there got a lot of people mad, foaming at the mouth, talking crazy or whatnot. But look, we embrace that. It's understandable. But nothing that we're saying is sinful. All right, nothing we're saying. All you gotta do is just trip off of somebody is saying, hey, y'all, get back to what we was doing in the beginning, because that's what we'll be doing in the end. All right. Somebody's telling you, like, look, going to the histories and all that, this way of life can be proven. It's even on the mouth of our enemies, going back 18 centuries, 19th centuries, 20th centuries. Y'all, for anybody that called themselves against what we talking about, but got the nerve to open up their mouth and say, we ain't proved it. You ain't been watching. You've been listening to the ops. You've been listening to our enemies. Y'all, we got video. Look, I made a playlist. We got 3 videos with close to 100 slides proving the authenticity and the antiquity of the Nazarene sect. Period, point blank in the story. All right. And our strict way of living, prolonged periods of fast and prayer. You understand? And not making our bodies a graveyard. All right, for dead animal flesh. All right. So for anybody that caught themselves against what we're saying, you dig, and claim that we ain't proved nothing, y'all. That's emotion, and that's them not listening. They're not listening to what we saying because we didn't beyond proved it. What you mean? We done went back 20 centuries and proved that the Nazarenes and brothers in them. You know what I mean? How they not chewing on flesh? You understand? We done went back 19, 18 centuries and proved it. Look at my ark in the building. Gabar El, King G, the boxologist. All praises. That's our beloved brother right there. Bro, say I'm not the ops. I love you, brothers. Yo, absolutely, absolutely. Hey, a salute. Our brother right there Now the boogeyman jumped on him a few weeks ago, and we had to, and all praise to the Almighty, but we had to bind that up. That so-called COVID, quote unquote COVID, we had to bind that up and dismiss it in the power, name, and authority of YHWH'S, and our brother is healed from it. You know what I mean? That's all glory, all praises, all honor. So yeah, you ain't the ops op, you dig? But everything that we saying, we can prove it. You understand? And the strict what you would call it, vegetarian or plant-based lifestyle of the Mashiach and the disciples. When and prove that. When and prove that. It's all in history, even with the so-called quote unquote church fathers who don't agree with the Nazarene movement. They're even saying it. Yeah, them brothers they ain't chew on no flesh. Them brothers was dedicated. We disagree with it for our own personal reason, but that's how they live. All right. So anybody got a problem with the Nazarenes, you got a problem with HaMashiach, because according to Matthew 2:23, he's called Yahushua, the what? The Nazarene. That's Matthew, the 2nd chapter and the 23rd verse. All right. So there is no, we ain't proved it. We beyond proved it. Y'all, we on Nazarene edition, part 32. Part 32. And it could be more than that. You understand? Because we ain't even bringing in the watch parties we didn't had and all that. That's all we've been talking about, because y'all, the great shift is here. And how you gonna be in a position, spiritually speaking, and you full of dead things. You full of things that'll make this so-called virus taboo. All right. So look, we love you enough to tell you the truth. You dig? And then trip off this. Trip off this. Yeah, that's right. The boogeyman, I like to call it. But trip off this, y'all. Right? In the end, let's examine what is sinful. What is them brothers saying? They just challenging us to, live better, to level up, to walk as a son of the Most High. Right? Because after all of us listening are either sons or daughters of the Almighty. Well, your very vessel or body is his temple. Well, he want that clean. He want that clean. You understand? Well, according to Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14, I can chew on the dead flesh. But you left out Leviticus the 17th chapter. There's processing laws. If you're going by the laws of the flesh, well, there's laws on how you handle dead flesh. And ain't none of these men doing that. And if it's not handled like that, guess what? It's considered sacrifice to a devil, a demon. So
that's exactly what it is. And you're cut off. Don't forget that. You get cut off.
Go ahead, Nehemiah. I said that, boy. We dropped 12. We dropped 11 to 12 viewers as soon as I said that. Speak on that, Nehemiah.
Yeah, look, when you read that Leviticus 17, listen, if you got to follow, like I said, if you keep one thing of the law, you got to keep the whole law. There is a technique and a law. If you killing the meat, you have to take it, no matter where you at, you have to take that to a priest in your area. Just like you had back in the time of Mordecai and his family. They weren't directly in Jerusalem, but they had a priest in the area. There's a Levite everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Even here in St. Louis, we know a brother, Labanai, right? He third tribe. So if you killing the meat, why he ain't getting flooded? Because he got to take a portion of that meat, offer it to the sacrifice to the Most High. And since you keeping the Levitical priest laws instead of the Most High laws under the Melchizedek, then you need to take that portion. He got to get his portion out of that. Then you could take the meat and eat. Anything outside of that is considered idolatry, and you're being cut off. So if you're not keeping it that way, you're not keeping it according to the law of God, and you're defiling your temple. Why do you think, me and Maddie bounced this off each other today, why do you think that the Ark of the Covenant was gone? Jeremiah came in and dropped bombs on the priesthood of what they were doing wrong when it came to dealing with the flesh and the animals, right? We was never supposed to do that. When you read that Jeremiah, it's plain and simple. Then the Most High gave him the understanding that he need to get that ark up out of there. Because why? No sprinkling of blood going to be done on that man. Like the Most High don't want the blood of animals on his throne. You see what I'm saying? Then by the time you get to HaMashiach, the throne, the Ark of the Covenant is gone. So we just had Yom Kippur. Part of that ritual is putting blood on the altar. But that's gone. The Most High don't want that. That's why you got cleansing rituals. That's why you still get remissions of sin without blood sacrifices through what? Water. Washing of the word by water. So again, man, it's an amazing thing when you look into the in-depthness of everything that was going on. Because during the time of Mashiach, there was no Ark of the Covenant, bro. So either was Christ sinning, which we're going to say La'ah over here. You see what I'm saying? Or we had a new understanding coming into the earth, but we was too blinded. Because that culture we had, with our fringes, with our language, with our land, with our temple, with our Sanhedrin, with our priests, with our feast days, with all the new moons, everything we had, we claimed we was living perfect outside of the thumb of the Romans on us for taxation, but they allowed us to practice what we had going on. So all that going on, and Christ still called us children of the devil. And he had to send the spirit of truth. We got to start paying attention to stuff like that, bro. You were called vipers, snakes, murderers, just like Cain was from the beginning. All while in your land with your tassels on, your fringes, speaking your language in your temple. Because Christ casting devils out in the temple. How does that happen if we doing everything according to the law and everything is right? How did Rome come and oppress us? Christ, the Most High didn't put oppression on us because we were keeping the law. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get to a place where we understand, man, look, what was we really doing wrong? We wasn't sacrificing the idols that we thought, you know what I'm saying? We thought and we wasn't eating pork. So, I mean, what was it? And he said, you thought you would have learned, man, but all these times I done sent you into captivity and burned down this temple and you had to keep rebuilding it, that you'd have known I did not want no sacrifice and no blood on this altar. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, look, we got to get it. We got to get it, y'all, because listen, we can't come out of this captivity and think we're going to dwell with the Most High Spirit in us, with death in us. He gave us the breath of life, and blood cries out. We know that from Abel. So why are we steady killing? And look, if we going off, then all you got to do is show what Christ brought a sacrifice to the temple and offered it up. That's easy work. Surely you'll find something. So just my little quick spiel on there.
All good. You see F. Jones on here saying we waking up to the great I am, or the power that's within every last one of us, for the kingdom of heaven is within. Nehemiah, I want to do, since we talking about, let's touch Leviticus 17 real quick. And then let's touch Leviticus 17. Let's touch Acts 15. All right, the Jerusalem Council, when James the Just, the brother of the Messiah, gave orders to Paul and them on what they supposed to teach the Gentiles about the stay away from things, strangle them from blood. All right, let's go ahead and pull them, because that'll lead right into the homilies and what we talking about. All right. Also, Hosea, the 8th chapter, about how the Most High is not even accepted. He's not accepting the dead carcasses, the dead carcasses of animals. Y'all, you stop chewing on the dead flesh of animals. Like, what good can come out of it? You ain't doing nothing but trying to, you know what I mean, satisfy your taste buds. That's all that is, right? And then subconsciously, you don't even like the way it tastes, because you got to put plant seasoning on it to make it taste better. You don't even like the way it tastes. Or, a lion eat flesh. Yeah, a lion eat raw flesh. You don't even like the way unseasoned cooked flesh tastes, because you got to put plant seasoning on it. It's just what it is, man. I know you want to hate. I know it's all. Here y'all go.
You got to put herbs on that deal.
That's what people are saying. We speak in blasphemy, they saying, because we are pointing out these obvious truths that's written in your Bible. That's in the Bible. Stay away from things strangling them from blood. Oh, that's just something that died of itself. Well, for one, if that's something that died of itself, then genius, how you know that not what you eating on when you go to the grocery store to get your ground chuck? And on the real, it ain't even talking about that, because we can go right back to Deuteronomy and show if it died of itself, if it was something that was strangled, and you think that's what James was talking about when he told Paul that, well, guess what? You can feed the natural Gentile that. The natural Gentile can eat that. You can give it to them or you can sell it to them. No, that's talking about chewing on the dead flesh of animals, period. That's what it's talking about. You dig? And I know that's hard for a lot of people to stomach. So let's go there real quick. I'm gonna pull up Leviticus 17. Let's pull up some of that. All right. Yeah, Keela, they putting plant seasoning on their flesh. Because it don't even taste good to you. And you know it. You know chewing on it don't even taste right. You know it's off. So here you go. Let me season it up. You know, I want some seasoning. Yeah, but that's plant seasoning though. And ain't none of y'all eating the raw flesh with blood in it, correct? So throw the lion argument out. A lion eat live flesh. You're eating dead flesh. That's what you eat. So throw that argument out. You can't even say, well, you know, he called the lion. Well, he's the lamb of the Most High. Lambs don't eat flesh. Oh, he's called the Lion of Judah. Well, lions eat living flesh with blood in it. They don't cook that flesh and they don't put plant seasoning on it. You do that. And the Negro use more seasoning than a little bit. Oh, wait. No, I got somebody mad. Nah, good. You be all right. All right? Nah, let's pull this up. All right, let's pull this up. Yeah, P say death is as bland as it get. Got to get some herbs and spices, baby. You already know, all right? You already know, man. All right, so again, whoever coming against us is because they've been in agreement with the animal kingdom or the kingdom of death for so long. Now, y'all be different, and we was like, y'all go, you know, be a whore. Be a whoremonger. You understand? Just have at it. Do whatever you want to do. Y'all, we not teaching nothing that's sinful. It's not sinful. It's not against the Creator at all. It's more about protecting and guarding creation. You understand? And putting living things in your body to where, you know, you can be at one with the Most High's creation that's around you. Don't you eat chewing on that dead flesh, you keep everything, they look at poison your blood, and it keep you on the lowest vibrational frequency possible. Facts. Facts. All right. And again, y'all, we got sisters in the chat who have reversed diabetes that they had. Jumping right on the Genesis 129 meal plan, or live it, not a diet, but a live it. And these are older sisters, right? Not even diabetic anymore. Diabetes totally reversed by being on nothing but fruits for a few days, few months. You mean to tell me that death sins of diabetes, so there is a cure for it? Absolutely it is. There's a cure for whatever you plague with. Whatever you plague with, there's a cure for it. All right, so let's get into some of these biblical laws, since everybody want to talk about they, you understand? According to Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14, okay, but you forgot about the laws of processing. Y'all, why you think the Ashkenazi Jew, why you think they got what's called kosher? They get that from Leviticus 17 because they got enough sense to understand that an ordained priest, or who they call a rabbi, got to do some type of ritual concerning whatever it is they throwing down their throat for it to be considered kosher according to them. You understand? Well, y'all, that went down. That's in Leviticus, the 17th chapter. Let's go there real quick. I'll go there. QANATH, my brother from F.O.P.E. Bless up to the whole F.O.P.E. brotherhood. Bless you, brothers. All right. And this is not what's happening. You're not doing this if you just going to the meat markets and buying whatever. You don't know if it was processed according to the Torah. You say you live by the Torah, right? Okay, well, if you live by the Torah, then according to the Torah, there are flesh laws. All right. All right, there are flesh laws. So let me hit the share button real quick and let's get it done. Hold on 1 second. What's going down? Hopefully y'all can see me. Can y'all see me? Yeah, y'all can see me. All right, Nehemiah, I'm about to pull this up. If you want, my beloved brother, you can read that for us. All right, let's pull this up. Good to see y'all in the building. Bless up. All right, Leviticus 17, where we going first? All right, Nehemiah, we can go read down as far as you want. My brother Darius, a young sniper, he say, what he say? Y'all not even like the lion, more like the vulture, waiting for something to kill something else so that you can eat the remains of the dead. Exactly. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, okay. QANATH say you want some of this smoke, huh? Got you. All right, hold on. Absolutely. All right, let me go ahead and do this real quick. Leviticus 17, Nehemiah, when you're ready, let's read that. And let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let me know if y'all can see that. Bless up. Let's get her done. I don't know if Nee may be caught up a little taste. Let me know if you ain't caught up. Leviticus 17, I'm going to read it. The Most High spake unto Moshe, saying, speaking to Aharon and to his sons, and to all the children of Israel, and saying to them, this is the thing which the Most High have commanded, saying, hold on. What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox, or lamb, or goat in the camp, or they killeth it out of the camp. So wherever this so-called hunting that went down at, whether it's amongst the Israelites or outside the Israelites, we in the wilderness at this point. So inside the camp or outside where we camping at, wherever. All right. Last I checked, according to some, you can chew on ox, you can chew on lamb, you can chew on goat. All right. If you kill it in the camp, or if you kill it out of the camp. Look at this. Verse 4. Verse 4. And bring it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer an offering unto the Most High before the tabernacle of the Most High. Look at this. Blood shall be imputed unto that man. He have shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people. That man have shed blood, blood shall be imputed unto him. You got to bring it unto the door of the tabernacle, or the door into the courtyard of the temple. The tabernacle and the temple, you know, and when you get into the courtyard, you got the altar of burnt offering. That's where they sacrifice it. Or in other words, whatever flesh that you kill, you got to bring that to the priest who's officiating over the altar at the door of the tabernacle. You got to bring it to him. And if it ain't done like that, if it's not done like that, blood shall be imputed unto you. Blood shall be imputed unto you. All right? You have shed blood, meaning that's murder. And that man shall be cut off from among his people. Verse 5. To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices, which they offer in the open field, even that they may bring them unto the Most High, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto who? The priests. The priests. And offer them for peace offerings unto the Most High. Look at that. Look at that. A Levitical, if you're going by the flesh laws, you're saying Leviticus 11, you're saying Deuteronomy 14. All right? That's what you're saying. You're saying I can eat this flesh because of Leviticus 11, Deuteronomy 14. These men never go to Leviticus 17 chapter. Read again. What man soever there be of the house of Israel that kills an ox or a lamb or a goat in the camp, or that killeth it out of the camp, and bring it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer an offering unto the Most High before the tabernacle of the Most High, blood shall be imputed unto that man. He have shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people. So if you're not doing it like that, the flesh you choose, and this is for y'all that go by the flesh laws. If you're not doing it like that, then guess what? You're not doing it according to how it is inscribed and commanded in the Torah. Well, that means whatever you throwing down your throat is not offered unto the Most High. So who is it offered to then? Who is it offered to? Now, this is what the priest got to do. All right. I read verse 5 again. To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices, which they offer in the open field, even that they may bring them unto the Most High, unto the door of the tabernacle or the congregation, unto the priests, and offer them for peace offerings unto the Most High. And this is what the priest got to do. This is a whole ritual you got to do. And the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of the Most High at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and burn the fat for a sweet savor unto the Most High. And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto who? Devils. That's why the Nazarenes, going all the way back to Mashiach, James the Just's brother, and all them, when you get into other writings of theirs that's been verified as authentic, all right, they didn't eat the flesh. They didn't even eat the flesh. And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils, after whom they have gone a whoring. There shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generations. Because the understanding is this. You understand that if it ain't, all right, if you're going by the flesh laws, you got to do it like this. If it's not done just like you read in Leviticus, then guess what? That's food offered or sacrificed to idols. I know that's hard. That's hard. That's hard for people to understand. We ain't got to do that because I ain't no. Well, brother, set you up a priesthood, set you up a temple, set you up an altar. Some of y'all claim y'all know where the Levites at. Go find you and break him off. And nobody's doing it like this. But you claim you following 613 laws of the Torah. You're not doing this. You're not doing this. Well, you know, we under the order of Melchizedek or Melchizedek. Absolutely. And the physical temple represents your physical body. And there is no more flesh being offered on the altar in the courtyard of the priest. That ceased. So if there's no more flesh being offered in a temple that's standing, what are you doing partaking in it? Ain't you the temple? Last I checked, Mashiach say eat him, which means take on his doctrine, his way of life. Oh, we. Serious point blank in the story. QANATH, post your email, like oh yeah, I can do it like this. I can do it like this. Ain't no thing. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, invite. Invite. Copy the clipboard. Oh snap. Okay, there you go. All right, I just put that in the chat. I just put that in the chat. All right, so next, so to back this up, let's just jump over to Acts. That right there shows you that, okay, well, there's a ritual, there's processing laws. Your flesh that you throw down your throat, if that's what you going by, there are processing laws. Now, it got to be handled and processed a certain way. Once it's killed, it got to be processed or prepared a certain way. There's laws for that. All right? Right there in Leviticus. That's not happening. All right? All right? Like, don't fool yourself. All right? All right, I got something else for y'all real quick. We're going to go over to Acts 15. Absolutely. We're going to go over to Acts 15 chapter and get her in real quick. Hold on 1 second. And let's see what's going on with this. All right. Now, this is what's called the Council at Jerusalem. All right, for y'all that don't know, James the Just, or YHWH'S, that's the Messiah's biological brother, actually. All right. And look at this. He's given a judgment because he's the one in charge. He's the one that's in authority of the Messiah's movement once the Messiah had left. All right. Let's go ahead and get this done real quick. All right, let me pull these brothers in that's in the back chat real quick. Hold on 1 second, y'all. And then we can get back to that. And then we're going to end up in the Clementine homilies as well. Give me 1 second, all right? I got NehemiYAH right here. Brother QANATH in the building. QANATH, what's going on? Shalom, YAH'KI. What's going on, brother?
Most High bless, brother. Most High bless.
Let me stop sharing that screen so I can see your face a little better. What's going on?
Most High bless, my brothers.
What's going on?
Hey, man. I want you to, Most High bless both of y'all, by the way, but if there's a way we could put a monitor to check your heart rate, right? Because we about to make it speed up. All right. we about to make it speed up, right? To the Lord, to the testimony. They speak not of this, you know, it's not in them. Right. So I come in love. Okay, I come in love. So I hate to do this to my brothers, but I see nobody's challenging you, brothers. So what I'm going to do is agree with you about that. Because now I got to do a little bit more because y'all got so many episodes. You know, and I'm busy myself, and y'all episodes long. But the brother NehemiYAH, I've been sending me scriptures here and there, and I've been checking them out. I haven't seen nobody able to knock down what you brothers been saying. I'm just gonna keep it real. I watched some videos and something. I got a little point here, and you asked my questions. I just haven't seen nobody able to go against what you brothers are saying, and then I just look at our people, what state we in as far as health. Something must be wrong if we live in the shortest on the planet.
Yeah.
If we the sickest on the planet, right? I don't know about y'all where y'all stay, but in most cities I go to, big cities, I see a lot of black people in wheelchairs, getting their feet cut off, legs swollen, blacker than black, suffer from asthma, right? And it's something we must be doing wrong. And I'm somewhat of a health nut, and I've been sick, suffering from high blood pressure. I know people, this so-called black health nuts, and they got cholesterol, or, you know, like all these different things. So these foods that we're eating, obviously they're not benefiting us in a way where we can live healthy lives. But you see, the heathen nation, they could eat anything: rats, bats, cats, dogs, right? And they living, they ain't taking no medication, you know. So I'm like, something ain't right here. We eat certain things, and you know, we get sick. You know, so I think I'm starting to lean towards, you know what, I need to go into this a little more deeper, because some of these things and some scripture y'all bringing out, just like you can't stop it. So I was just a little teased, like I was going to go ahead and bow to y'all, man. No, I was going to say, I've been watching. Keep up the good work. You know, the naysayers, man, I don't know why they won't just come on your platform and just duke it out respectfully, or come on our platform and duke it out respectfully. You know,
I
that's
mean,
about
look,
it, man.
it's hey, look, the challenge got put out there. You understand? You know how it was back in the day, man. Somebody called you to the mat, you know, man, and meet me outside, and then you snuck out the back door and went home and got to voicing your opinion, then, you know, we would call that certain type of individual a certain word. You know what I mean?
Right.
Other than that, bro, you know, we've just been teaching and just challenging our people. It's a challenge, man. That's all it is. It's a challenge. Like, look, bro, we understand. All right, look, we Israelites. All right, we got the dietary laws. We ain't supposed to be eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobsters, and all that. But, bro, the nation's sick. I'm talking about conscious Israel. Conscious Israel is sick. And look, we know because, you know, we know. We ain't got to get into too many details, but we understand, brothers in the nation suffering from cancer, brothers and sisters, cancer, gout, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease. Look, these are people that don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobsters.
And they dying, brother. If you look at the past 2-3 years, a lot of our brothers and sisters are dying.
Yes. Yes.
In this knowledge, and a lot of our brothers and sisters, we know about being obese, and so it's like, well, what's really going on here? You know, now I gotta say this, even somebody lying or something is going on with the system, because you do have some people who don't eat meat and they still obese.
Yeah.
You know, so something else is going on there, I think. You know, but yeah, it's a lot of brothers and sisters, man, that's dying of heart attack, stroke, and everything, and they are following the dietary law. So, like, what's really going on? I've done some research on lamb, and I'm not gonna front. I like lamb, man. You know, but I didn't realize there's over 200 different species of lamb.
Dang, I didn't know that. Wow.
So I'm like looking at this, right? Because we was doing a breakdown on goat's hair, and we done a class on that to prove these Negroes or the people didn't know what they was talking about. But I looked that up: 200 different species of lamb, over 200 to 300 different species of chicken, right? And I'm like, okay, so where all these damn different species come from? And I come to find out, man, a lot of y'all brothers and sisters eating lamb at the grocery stores, and these lambs are made up.
Yeah. And the chickens. Don't forget them chickens. That chicken is a hybrid.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute, the lamb? The lamb, brother. So now I said, okay, so I'm looking at the cow. Then I looked up, it's hundreds different forms of cows that's been made by man. So what are we eating? What they shooting in the meats?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just looking at all this, man. And I think brothers and sisters need to rethink, you know, what we're eating and go over these scriptures again, because something ain't right.
Yeah. And then look, bro, one thing a lot of our people need to understand is this, bro. Like, everybody didn't view the Torah, read the Torah, or teach it the same way. That's why you had all the different sects. All right. You had all the different sects of Israelites, right? Now, trip off this. We have 2 elderly sisters that's in the chat right now, bro, who were diabetic. You understand? I'm talking about one of them I know is in their mid-70s. You understand? This year, diabetes is totally gone. Because she just took heed to the challenge. Like, we just put a challenge out there. Like, hey, y'all, look, we here to challenge you. All right. Look at this. Here she is right here. Here the email is right here. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. 75-year sister Robbie Dobbins, 75 years old, no medication, diabetes cured, high blood pressure healed on fruit diet for 2 months. Currently 4 months on all plant diet, bro. Look at that.
I believe it. Can I give a small testimony of myself?
Absolutely, brother.
I'm 52 years old. And I guess I was in my 20s, and I was eating a little bit of everything. You know, I've been stopped eating pork, but I was still messing with them crabs and all that type of stuff. And healthy, athletic, the whole nine. Went to get it. I was feeling dizzy because I was working at UPS at the time, feeling dizzy damn near every day. Right, I'm eating pizza with the cheese and all that. And I said, hold on, something ain't right. So I went to the hospital, and they say, well, your blood pressure is up. Right. And they say, well, once, and this black doctor, she came to me, she said, listen, she called me by my last name. I said, okay, what's up? She said, if you get on this medication, she said, it's going to be hard as hell for you to get off because your body gets adjusted to this, right? And your body starts depending on it, and instead of doing what you need to do. I said, so what is it I need to do? She said, you need to watch your diet. I said, well, look at me, I'm slim and trim. She said, no, it's what you put, you putting something else in your body. So taking medication, which regulated my blood pressure. So I said, I'm tired of this damn medication, taking all the time, forget to take a pill. And, it's funny, it affects with the rate of your heart, or it takes the salt of your body's different forms of this medication. And the medication, I look at side effects, it can give you a heart attack. You look at, people need to look at the side effects of this medication. So what I did is, like I said, always worked out, but I changed my diet. I mean, heavily. And one of them was stop eating meat. Now, granted, I got weak. If your body used something for so long, you get weak. If somebody's an alcoholic, they stop drinking, they start, your body's used to certain shit. So I got weak immediately. But I just kept working out and watched my diet. And I'm gonna tell you, I gotta get back on that regimen, because I went back to the doctor and he was like, well, what are you doing? I said, what? Your blood pressure is normal. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you something. I said, I haven't been taking medication, man, for like 6 months. He's like, oh, what? I said, yeah, I regulated myself off. Hey, brothers and sisters, all I was eating was fruit and vegetables and beans. Okay. I lost a little bit of weight, right? Because I have a very high metabolism, right? And I like playing ball all the time. So I was trying to figure out how can I keep my weight up. And back then I wasn't into the herbs and stuff like I am now. But it helped me. But what I did, like most people do, I stopped. I love that liquor. You know what I mean? I stopped. By the way, I stopped drinking, right? I had stopped smoking cigarettes. I was smoking cigarettes. I was drinking. I was eating crab, lobster, doing it all. But when I stopped that, right, and was taking bitters, right, I was all over my body with the right stuff, herbs and stuff. I mean, I was just like, I was a walking, man, I can't think of it, man. You could smell the herbs coming out of my body. That's how hard I was going. You know what I mean? Oregano, all that stuff, right? Man, I got stronger. But then, of course, I'm around certain people. They eating certain things. I go to a cookout. They got the barbecue chicken going and all that shit. So I fell back into it. Guess what? End up had to get back on the medication. And I was not eating no pork, no catfish, none of that. I was just eating chicken, beef, right? And guess what? I wasn't even salt. I wouldn't even put salt in my food. Even with my tea and coffee, right? I stopped drinking coffee, but I would drink the tea. And I still drink tea. I don't put no sugar. I still don't do that with sugar. But what got me back on the medication and all that was the meat.
Yeah.
It was the meat. It was the meat. And I think we all need to look into that. And brothers and sisters need to stop coming down so hard on you, because you're just trying to save lives, man. And I think we all need to look at this and why we follow the dietary laws, but we still getting sick.
Yeah.
We still getting sick.
Right.
So that's my testimony, man. I've done that, bro, and I was like better. So
yeah,
I think,
absolutely, bro. Yeah. And look, and that's the thing, man. Like the Most High, we read in Isaiah the 53rd chapter, by his stripes we are healed. You understand? Like the Most High wants you, for one, your body is his vessel or his temple, right? Like he wants you to live a healthy life, live a righteous, healthy life. Why not? The scriptures say that your body is fearfully and wonderfully made. All right, bruh. I know people that have died from diabetes. You understand? For most people, it's a death sentence. I know people who have died because of dialysis. You understand? For most people, when them kidneys shut down, bruh, it's a death sentence. Right.
Well, my mother, I'm slacking. My mother, she passed away from kidney disease.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And she was in her late 20s.
Wow, bro.
Think about that. I know my father had to get his leg cut off. Right. At almost 70 years old before he passed.
Yeah.
Right. I know people in the family, people who's suffering from this shit. And guess what? Early age suffering, man. 50, 45, 30, right? We got brothers and sisters, the teenagers, man, just do the research, that got high blood pressure. You know, so I really believe, and I'm gonna do more of this. I'm gonna do this anyway, but I'm gonna start looking at some of y'all classes if I can try to catch up, right? And look at some of these scriptures people always try to come at y'all with. But I think we need to take a healthy, and we need to preach more on this, man. Yeah. And try to find some video. If you got a video that that's going to help our people understand a little more clearly, because y'all, like I say, 32 classes, I can't put all 32 on my channel. Bro, but give me a good video, and I could put something up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been bringing it out, and that's what the whole message is about. Because I really believe the Most High, we got a major league shift that's coming. You understand? And I really believe that we need to be in tune and in sync with the Almighty from what's about to hit this earth. You understand? Mm-hmm. And if we ain't, if our bodies or vessels are not vibrating under that right frequency, bro, we gonna miss out. You understand? So yeah, I got plenty of stuff I can send you, bro. But I got a few things. I got a few videos, probably like 2 or 3. You dig? Like I can hit you with the historical, because I got the historical proof too. You understand? Going back to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd centuries. All right, I got that, and I did a 2-part series showing how the Messiah and his original followers, how they all was plant-based. All right. So and that's hard for a lot of people to accept, but if you just slow down and reread the gospels, you'd be like, dang, that's right there. All right, we got the fish situation, but that can be explained too. So once the fish situation get explained, and then you know about the Passover, what everybody called the last Passover, you already know about that. So it ain't gonna be that hard, bro. You feel me? Right. So yeah, bro, it take a lot of courage to come on a platform and just let the world know, because you are influential brother. The F.O.P.E is a very influential platform in the nation. So I salute you, because it take courage for a brother to say, hold on. We need to really look and listen to what the brothers are saying, man, because they're not saying nothing sinful, and what they're saying can actually help us as a nation. You understand? So it must be from the Almighty. Look, I ain't saying this because it's gonna make me more famous or gain me more followers. Hell, we lost followers behind it. You understand? So, baby, it was never about that. It's about, you know what? The Most High is convicting us and moving us in this area. Bro, we got to come out and say that, man. You understand? Right. It don't matter who don't like it. Hey, we love you enough to tell you the truth. Stop putting things in your body that's causing taboo, that's destroying the Most High's vessel. You understand? Mm-hmm. So I salute you, because it take a brother with a strong character and a backbone to say, hey, hold on. Slow all that down. Say that again. Hey, I think we need to listen to what the brothers are saying. Right. Does that mean you're not no yes man? Because a lot of people.
I'm not. You already know I'm not, brother.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Yeah, I'm not no respected person at all. Yeah. I think Nehemiah thought I was coming here for some smoke. He came was, let's get him.
Let me put that on screen real quick. Look at me.
Nehemiah thought I was going to put some smoke out.
You actually don't do this sometimes.
Nehemiah.
He broke.
Yeah.
Y'all required me to go ahead and get on the camera, brother.
I said, he ready. Said, come at us.
Hey, QANATH, man, look, brother, I really want to this is unscripted, y'all. Let me say that first. This is unscripted. No one talked to QANATH, say, hey, man, would you come over here and do this for us? You know what I'm saying? This man came on his own. When I sent out the text, QANATH's been in our group. We've been dealing with him. He done came to Passovers. Actually, when I met my wife, the first time I met my wife, she was with QANATH in his group, coming here for Passover. So thank you, brother. She's sitting right there. Hey, come on, man.
Hallelujah.
She was saying all praises while hearing you talk, bro.
Hallelujah. Most High blessed.
Here she comes. She's saying shalom.
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 Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom. Hallelujah. Most High blessed. All right.
Great. Hey, look, she's here.
Hallelujah.
And I'm
Hey, I gotta come see y'all, man. Y'all gotta come see us, man. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey, look, this is I'm gonna tell you, this is very serious to me because the death in our community, man, is unreal. You know, that we going through. You know, you go to a children's hospital, you see a lot of black children in the hospital. You know, so this is something we need to take very seriously. I seen people come at you. I just seen people come at y'all, man, and I'm like, what's the reason? What's the reason behind it? And I don't know. Sometimes people say they care for the people and they don't. You know, I know you brothers truly care, you know, and sincere, you know, and so I just got to say, I'm with y'all, man. I'm gonna look more into this. I think we need to rethink this, bro. You know, and I'm just gonna put it. I felt like I should come on here and tell y'all first, right, before I do my own official video, you know, on it. I gotta talk to some of the brethrens here because I don't think everybody agree with you, you know. So I gotta find out, you know. But for me, hey, you know, some people don't believe the Nazarene book that y'all coming out of. I gotta look more into that. Even if we don't look into that, man, we just gotta look at exactly what's going on with the food issue here in the scriptures. That I've been looking, man, and if y'all can prove them wrong, then I say, you know what, bro, that seem like they got y'all. I haven't seen it yet, and I've been paying attention. Okay, so I just want to be the first to say, you know what, I'm on board, man. I got a lot of work to do, you know, as far as the scriptures and try to live even healthier. I don't see what's wrong with us not eating meat, right? I don't see what's wrong if a brother telling you not to eat it. You know, I understand you don't like that because I like meat too. You know what I mean? I like it too, bro. Ain't not like no, you know, whatever. I don't want to tempt people, but I don't see what's wrong in not doing it. And my daughter is a vegetarian, a vegan, and she brings me food sometimes, and man. So it's so good. Data asked her can she put some of her stores in some of these vegan restaurants, and a few of the stores that I affiliate with, I'm trying to get my daughter to do it so I can not just help people, but make me some money. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? And you feel better making money helping people. Helping people instead of making money giving people shit that's not gonna really help them. You know, earrings, chains, and all that type of stuff. It ain't going. Where's the help but fat in your pocket? I can't get mad at brothers that's trying to help people, man. And it's time for us to get that way. I'm on board with y'all. I may come on next time, y'all. I'm gonna study a little bit more on it, because y'all way ahead of me on this one. And bring out some scriptures too. I'm gonna talk to the brethren that's here. You know, and we're gonna see, can we have a sit down with y'all? Because what they don't see, and we can have an off-camera sit down, and we can go over it. But right now, from what I see, and I've been studying, hey, you know, I haven't seen anything where y'all going off at. You know, I got to look more into this Nazarene book because a lot of brothers telling me, man, that book is not blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
look, but trip off this, Zach. That's why I said, like, that lets you know they ain't been listening or looking, because we done did close to 100 slides. Like, we did a straight presentation over the gospel of the Nazarenes. Like, we go over tonight the Clementine homilies, bro. They talk about that in Yale. Them heathens, they got PhDs in theology. They talk about the Clementine homilies, which is Peter's journal.
I read it Clementine. I got it.
Yeah, so that's first century, you know what I mean? So we thoroughly proved the gospel of the Nazarenes, bro. Look, it's in the mouth of all the church fathers or the historians after Nicaea, during Nicaea, and even before Nicaea. Even if they disagree with it, they speaking about it, which means it's been there. It's been there. You know what I mean? Also, You know, we go into the SN gospel of peace, but that's more of the healing and all that. We know people who have proactively did the program in there and have healed themselves. All praises to the Almighty. You dig? So the gospel of the Nazarenes and the Clementine homilies is authentic. I know a lot of people, they see certain things in there that they may not agree with, but bro, it's things in the Bible that you necessarily don't agree with. For instance, you got people that say, okay, we got the spiritual virgin birth, right? Then we got scriptures that say the son of Joseph. Whatever side of the ball you fall on, people are deciding, okay, well, I'm gonna roll with he the son of Joseph because it say the son of Joseph, or in the prophecies and all that. Then you got people that say, no, according to Luke 1 and Matthew 1, the Holy Spirit overshadowed her. What I'm saying is we pick and choose what we hold to and believe in the Bible anyway. You understand? Trip off this. Some people believe in polygyny, some people don't. It ain't like you not reading it in the Bible, but you pick and choose. That's the point. Regardless of if you agree with everything that's written in the Gospel of the Nazarenes or the Clementine homilies, you understand? People be like, well, you picking and choosing. Brother, they already picking and choosing in the Bible. Slaves, obey your masters. When the last time a Negro taught that class? Slaves, obey your masters. It's in the Bible, brother. You did.
Ain't nobody teaching that class.
We choose not to even deal with it. Or if we deal with it, we deal with it from a point of view like this. I will say, oh, that just means if you got a boss and you an employee, obey your boss, because that's your livelihood. Regardless, you got to explain that away, because we still are dealing with a scripture that the slave master used to use to subject us. You see what I'm saying? My whole point is this: you pick and choose in the Bible anyway. All right. Some people say mixed marriages, right? We got the scriptures. Ain't no mixed marriages. No doubt. I don't believe in mixed marriages either.
My wife and I done a class on that, man. It's powerful. Y'all got to go check it out.
I'm gonna, bro, we check it out. You dig? We check y'all out all the time. I'm saying, but then you got people that argue and say, well, Abraham had Hagar, and she wasn't of his tribe, and Keturah wasn't of his tribe. And what I'm saying is, you pick and choose what you want to roll with in the Bible anyway. That's the point. Anybody can get on here and act like they don't pick and choose. You already pick and choose. Everybody picks and choose when they deal with the Bible. You understand? It comes down to what resonates and what makes more sense with you. All right? That's all it comes down to.
Let me say something.
It really ain't no reason to be arguing with nobody about nothing. To me, not making our bodies a graveyard of dead flesh makes the most sense, even in this time period, even more. Because with the plagues in the earth, with people dying from all these diseases, y'all, it's foodborne. It's based off what we're putting in our mouth. It is. Now, just because I can go and I found an ancient sect of brothers who are the original followers of the Messiah, who ate the same way, that's what brothers is mad about. Because we can go into history from out the mouth of the enemies of the Nazarenes down to Yahshua the Nazarene and certain books that didn't make it into the Bible. Hey, it's all there, history and everything. Them brothers didn't eat flesh. Them brothers they stayed away from blood. You understand? And they had their reasons for it. But I'm saying in these days, adopting that type of diet is paramount for us when it comes to the survival of our nation. Regardless if you feel I gotta eat lamb on Passover, and I gotta eat lamb, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. No, you don't. But go ahead.
No, what I was saying that like brothers like well, you know, they take it from the scripture, man, blah blah blah. Truth say don't add, don't take away, you know, and they saying that you doing exactly what you said people are doing, taking here and there. And I don't have my notes with me. Okay, well, I have them, but I don't feel like going look it up. But
go ahead, speak.
Yeah. So they saying that y'all taking out verses in the Bible. Oh, that don't mean that, or that don't mean this when it's dealing with this topic here. So I said, well, come on up. Well, y'all been respect the person. Y'all, why y'all ain't going at them brothers? Y'all go to everybody else, right? So this is my answer to the people that says that, right? And I'm not respect the person at all. And I looked at some of the stuff, right? And how can I say this? Like, we had a discussion last night, right? And we was going up against people who don't believe in Christ. And they was pointing out a scripture to my brother Shasham, and Shasham was telling them, well, you know what? Everything that's written in the Bible, a lot of stuff been changed. Words have been changed. You know, not everything, but some of the words has been changed, right? Like when you look at Deuteronomy 28:68, and it says, "No man shall buy you." Like, well, what the hell that mean? We were sold, but no man shall buy you. You know, then you have to look at other, y'all know where I'm going with this. So I just haven't seen anything that the brother said when people ask him and they back it up. I asked the fish question live to the brother answered it. You know, we don't have to go into the Passover because Christ didn't eat the lamb at the Passover. That's what, we went over that and like, no, it says that. So no, he wasn't there. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff, man. I'll probably catch a little heat for this, but I can care less. I'm gonna look at again some of the stuff. You know, if y'all can send me some of the scriptures that people try to hold y'all to, and y'all showing where it doesn't mean that, then that'll be helpful for me, because I know I'm not gonna be able to watch 32 episodes.
Hey, look, while you was here, I just text you the playlist. Malaki created a playlist. I just texted to your phone. You know, it's over 12 hours. I just put it in the room too for the people. Again, I know we have busy days, families, businesses, but if you get a chance, he put slideshows together. You see what I'm saying? Going over the historical information to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt. Because look, what's gonna make some people mad is that the Clementine homilies is older than some of the manuscripts you got in the New Testament. Definitely the Masoretic one, which most of the New Testament is translated out of. What you gonna do with
Is the video a straight 12 hours? A straight 12-hour video?
No, it's not straight. It's 3 videos. I think there's like maybe 3. Hold on, I'll let you know in a hot second.
Yeah, it's 3 videos. It's 3 videos. Some of them longer than others, but all combined together, it's 12 hours. You know what I mean? One like 4 hours, one like 5, one like 3 hours. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you got 4 hours, 3 hours, and 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, when Malaki get the spirit, they don't
watching, man. So they try to watch the whole thing, and I want y'all to come on again and talk about it. You know, I just haven't seen anything, man. I've been looking. You know, some brothers like, man, I don't know. You know, what they talking about, blah blah blah. I said, well, just look. And on this side of the fence, man, we just, well, me personally, I'm just busy. You know, y'all see, like I said, you've been watching, so y'all know we've been going through, man, and doing. But I'm gonna look at that. It's gonna take a minute, 12 hours. I'm gonna look at it though. Y'all got my word on that. I'm gonna look at it.
And any questions though, any questions is all good. Like, look, we ain't ducking any questions the brothers have. Like you said, we can do this off camera, and they're gonna have the questions about the fish after the resurrection and all that, or the fish, the multitude getting fed the fish and all that, the Passover lamb. It's all good. You know what I mean? Like, we can go from what we call the Old Testament to the New Testament and show our position in what we're saying. You understand? And we can just take it from there, bro. It's all good. And in the end, even if it's all good with those who disagree, because we already brethren and we disagree about certain things. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like we disagree about.
A lot of people that's what I see.
It'd be different if it was abomination of blasphemy. You know what I mean? It'd be different if we was okay in being a sodomite or something. No, we challenging our people to be better, to walk as the temple and vessels and the image of the Almighty, because that's what you are. You understand? And in these hours, to really combat and stay on top of these plagues has been unleashed in this earth through the manipulation of bugs and germ warfare by your enemies. Your vessel need to be in pristine condition, man. That's just what it is.
Hey, look, QANATH.
I just think, man, I'm not gonna stay on too much longer, but I just think, man, our people need to look around and say, wait a minute, we fall in the dietary law. And a lot of Israelites are passing young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, look,
passing
YAHKI
young.
got
You're like, what
a
the
oh, my bad, sorry. No, I'm saying YAHKI he gave a testimony. He said, look, he healed so many people well through the power of the Most High with the knowledge that he's been given. And look, you deal with herbs too, so you know what we're talking about. You get people off the diet of meat. You put them on the herbs, you put them on that fruit diet, right? That plant-based diet, right? The sickness goes away. Then you tell them to go back to Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14, and they sick again.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a problem. That's a serious problem. How can you return to the quote, there you go. Look what you got right there in the bag. Oxidation.
Yep, bunch of fruits.
Bro, here go another thing I want you to tell your brothers, man, because I be looking at stuff in like different ways, right? So if you claim that you are the temple of the Most High, right? And the Most High sent his son rent the veil, so now you can go to the Most High, right? And the temple was destroyed, and there have not been a blood meat sacrifice on no altar since then. If there is no physical blood and meat in the temple, why are you putting physical blood and meat in your temple? If there's no Levites doing it in the temple physically, we're not under Levitical order, we're under Melchizedek order, there is no bloodshed. You think the Most High up in the heavens, in his temple, slaughtering his creation and sprinkling blood on his mercy seat? Come on, man. Come on, man, bro. If you're supposed to be the manifestation of the temple of God walking, when people see you, they should see God on you. My wife can tell you, we walk, Gentiles open the door, see the fringes on. Hey, God bless you, out the blue. Out the blue, people like, man, God bless you, brother. Pray for us, bro, everywhere we went. Today, they should see God on you, bro. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, it's hard to cut out meat. I mean, I know that for, you know.
You talking to one of the biggest brews, brother. I drop it like cold turkey, brother. My scars there, bro. When that spirit hits you, nah, brother.
Yeah, we just gotta find substitutes.
I used to consume a carton of eggs, a pack of meat, and 2 things of biscuits myself. I can go get a whole box of chicken. That was for me. In my house growing up, about a 4 family pack used to get cooked. You know, I got a lot of children, but a lot of meat went to me. Boy, I sit there and take that chicken, boy, I pull the meat right off the bone. Gone.
Hey, look, my wife, right? One of my best friends, when I first met my wife.
26 pounds, bro. I was 526 pounds. I'm gonna get my pair of pants. I kept a pair of my pants. I'm gonna go get them.
Don't go get them deals, man. We believe
that's a size 72, bro. You ever seen a 72 in pants?
No.
Damn. I didn't know you was that big.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was that big. Hallelujah, man. Hallelujah. Oh, praises, man.
So, yeah, man.
Wow.
Hey, look. We got to bring, if the kingdom of heaven is within and we can't prove that the kingdom of heaven is sacrificing blood and meat, we tripping. Look at it that way. If the kingdom of God is within, and we can't go in scripture, anything that we got to prove that there are blood sacrifices in the heavens by the Most High and the Malaki and by the Melchizedek priest, which Christ is the high priest of, we got to stop, bro. We got to stop. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. If we can't prove that's going on in heaven, cut it out. When we got angel food,
I've been doing some research. I'm sorry, real quick.
No meat, bro. When God gave us angel food, there wasn't no meat. When the giants in the earth was given angel food, they wasn't satisfied. They wouldn't start eating flesh. Anytime God gave us anything, it was water and angel food. And when we cried for meat, why do we have to ask the Lord to give us meat? When we came out of Egypt with all them sheep, we just did all that slaughtering, right? And we got all these animals with us. We ain't got to ask, we got them. We just got through doing it before we walked out of there.
Right.
We had to ask the Lord, well, we want some flesh, Lord. Why are you asking that if there's something you already did? It's like me saying, Lord, can I go to the bathroom? And I've been going to the bathroom for 50 years.
Right. You just slaughtered all them Passover lambs, right? You just slaughtered hundreds of thousands of Passover lambs. What you mean you want flesh in the wilderness and you got all these flocks with you? Just kill your flocks.
Hey, look, when Joseph and them during the famine, right? You had Joseph in Egypt, right? Imran, right? When his brothers knew that this famine was upon us, they didn't go up there and get no meat. They went up there and got grain. Now, mind you, these were people that dealt with herds of sheep. Why they just didn't kill their sheep? That a few of them may kill and eat the sheep. You was already blessed by the Most High. You could have survived off of that. But during the famine, you went up to Egypt to get grain, not meat. Joseph had to store grain, not meat.
Right, you had flocks. Jacob was rich with flocks. You see that? The Israelites coming out of Egypt was rich with flocks. They just killed hundreds of thousands of lambs. They had plenty of flocks in the wilderness. All you had to do, okay, you're hungry, you ain't like the angel food. If it's meant for you to be chewing on your flocks, kill them flocks then. No, they lusted, and guess what? The quail came, and they ate it so much that it came out their nose. The Most High put them down for it.
And killed.
So look, in today's time, bro, it's a life. It is a message of living. It's a message of health, healing, righteousness. And you know, we just been convicted to challenge our people to live better because the Most High about to make a major move in this earth, man. And it's just time for us to purge these vessels, bro. That's it. Purge these vessels so we can link on in with the Almighty and look, hear His voice. Because that's ain't what we doing. We steady pouring over precepts, and everybody got the same precepts, but not the same understanding. Everybody got the same precepts. You got the same precepts.
Got that. We like, yeah.
Nobody agree. You understand? QANATH, y'all see Hosea the 7th chapter, totally different when y'all came out with that breakdown and destroyed that whole cake not turned doctrine. Right? I'm saying y'all came out and destroyed it. Like shit, I don't know how y'all gonna battle against that. That's beyond proof. You feel me? Ephraim, cake not turned, ain't got nothing to do with no Puerto Ricans. Right? Okay. You totally destroyed it. But the next brother can go to Hosea 7 to 8 and in his mind feel he can prove that the Puerto Ricans is Ephraim. You see what I'm saying? Bro, it's the same precepts, but it's still a different understanding. We're not hearing his voice, though. The Most High speak to every last one of us, man.
Hey, brother, you know what I think it is, brother? I think it's lust, man. And meat is not something your body needs. It's lust and it's the taste. Pizza ain't good for you, but people like the taste. You know what I mean? They like the cheese and all that shit. So it's a lot of, it's dealing with that. And I don't want to fault people, but you gotta, well, y'all understand. We grew up with this with our grandparents feeding us this stuff. You know what I mean? Flavor. I mean, think about this. You got people in other countries, other nationalities, whatever, and they eat stuff we would never eat. Never eat. Right? Right? It's the seasons and shit they putting on. You know, I'm like, how can somebody eat a rat? You know what I mean? But they season up, you know, also it's the season. So if we use our mind, okay, we can eat certain vegetables, and the way we season it, it'll taste just like what you're lusting for. I had to get the sugar. I had to get the sugar out of my lustful mind.
Yeah.
Right? So when I drink tea, I don't need no sugar. Like, everybody like me, I was like, man, it tastes good to me like this. I don't need no sugar. You know, when I was drinking coffee heavy, I stopped putting sugar in it, man. You know, I just drink it black. You know what I mean? But I was drinking so much, I was going around here shaking and shit. So, you know, it's like, you know, but I think, man, a lot of this is lust, and it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to get over, man. It's lust, and the eyes lust for it, and the tongue lusts for this taste. You understand? It's not the fact that we need it, because to me, I think everybody needs to. I'm gonna play all 3 of them videos on our channel, because some ain't right. if we fall, Israelites fall in the dietary law, right? And then people who's not following the law, you look at the hospitals, you go to, we in there. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Other nations eat the same stuff and they healthy as hell. You know what I mean? It's like, what's going on? So the Most High, we are different, right? We are different. A lion, he eats meat. You know what I mean? Do an elephant eat meat?
Yeah.
Right? So everything ain't, so, you know, they all species animals, but certain things they don't eat. We like a mink coat, man. And everybody else a rabbit coat. Yeah. You know, you can't throw us in the wash machine. Right. You know, mess us all up. Yeah. You know what I mean? We got to go to the dry cleaners and get some special treatment. Yeah. We're different. You know, you could take a razor and other men of a nationality, they can shave it like that, right? And don't bump up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But with us, especially when that back of that neck, we bump up. We got to find a special treatment on this thing here. Like, what's going on? All these damn bumps all on the back of my neck and all that is now the skin. Something ain't right. Yeah. Everything you know what I mean? So we got to start looking at this meat thing, right? If you don't want to look at the scriptures, what the brothers got to do is stay in the scriptures. But let's just start looking at overall and say, well, how come you can get some people can eat 100 raw eggs or they can eat all this stuff and they fine. Yeah. Let us try to eat a mouse. We'll die. Yeah. Yeah. You know, so you see other people eating bats and cats and dogs, man. We can't, our body would drop. So our body is telling us something, right? And the Most High is telling us something. Hey, yeah, I understand the Levitical law, right? What you can eat, what you can't eat, right? Is your choice. But is it healthy? Is it healthy?
No, it's not.
Can I add something real short, real quick? And it's funny because we had some people complain, well, even the vegetables are GMOs, but guess what? Them GMO seedless fruits is still healing. They ain't hurting. Them genetically modified chickens, 200 species of sheep, them different cows, all them animals are what? Giving you sickness and death. So even if they give it to you where you can't reproduce and grow it in your yard, or they take the seeds out of it, they can't take the healing factor that the Most High laid inside that flesh and that fruit. People healed by that fruit regardless. And that's the Most High. And if we saying that he's not the author of confusion, the Alpha diet is Genesis 1:29, the Omega diet, the end of it all, Revelations 22. If he's not the author of confusion, how did you get meat in the middle? And then when
I come to say real quick. I'm sorry, real quick. I don't want to lose my chain of thought. What I come to see when we read the scripture with about the Most High gave us laws that we can't keep, right? So he turned us over to certain things, and to me, it's like a learning curve, man. I mean, to me, it's like you see this not helping you. It's detrimental to your health, and we still keep doing it. You know what I mean? So something, it just ain't right, man. And if some people still want to eat meat, you know, that's on them. You know, I'm trying to stop. You know what I mean? But it's hard to do. But you think about it, man. Something ain't right here, brothers and sisters. Something ain't right here, man. We eating certain foods, and we supposed to be following the dietary laws, but we still the sickest people on the whole entire planet. Fact. With the best health care, so-called doctors in all of the world. Right. The best medicine in all of the world. But man, I don't know if you could walk outside and find 10 people, right, black people, and they're not on some type of medication dealing with high blood pressure, sugar, diabetes, or something. Yeah. You're not gonna, it's hard to find. Yeah. Right? Especially over 50, 60 years old. Yeah. So what the hell what's really going on here?
Man, it's food born. It's food carry. It all come back to what we throwing down our throat. You understand? Yeah. So it ain't like the Most High ain't gave us. Look, we lusted for flesh, right, in the wilderness. And that flesh that they was chewing on was lawful according to Leviticus 11, Deuteronomy 14. Quail is the main reason everybody eat chicken today. That quail, Israelites ate quail in the wilderness. But if you reread the story, YAHKI, was not a good look. Just reread it. You understand? If you reread it, you be like, hold on, we went off by asking for that. So it ain't like according to the biblical narrative, we haven't asked for something before that wasn't supplied or given to you that eventually destroyed you and was bad for you. You know what I mean? That has happened before. That's in the scripture. You understand?
It wasn't David gave all them wives. It wasn't good for to have all them thousands, all them wives, right? And what happened?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. So we can't act as if, because that's the next one. Why would the Most High allow us to eat it if it was bad? The same reason you asked for the quail and it was bad for you. You understand? At what point do we level up and say, hold on, like what you doing, QANATH? You like, look, something going off, something wrong. If we are sticking to what we call the dietary law and the Israelite conscious Israelite community is still sick, then again, the Most High gave us common sense. You should be able to add 1 + 1 and get 2 no matter what language you're dealing with. All right. Well, something is wrong then. It obviously got to do with what we're putting in our mouth. All right. Now, some people think that's blasphemous. It ain't blasphemous. You understand? It's just you using the common sense the Most High has given you and saying, well, look, you did like, look, there are other scriptures that actually go against that. Now, regardless if Malaki and NehemiYAH brought that out, it's still in there. You know what I mean? People can say all day, you know, when people say this, when they say, oh man, they twisting scriptures, that's because they don't got no response to what we saying. Y'all twisting scriptures, it don't mean that. Brother, look, if it didn't mean that, we wouldn't be able to go in there and overwhelmingly prove what we talking about. That's it. And then once we do that, and then we can show historical validation to back up what we talking about. Look, you can argue all day with emotion and everything, but what they can't argue with, QANATH, is results, healing testimonies, and that's all praise to the Most High. Healing testimonies from diseases that they call a death sentence. You can't argue with results, and you can't argue with history. Men can argue all day about what they disagree about us. We disagree with y'all, but listen to me. People stop chewing on the dead flesh of animals and got rid of diabetes within 60 days. How you argue with that? So that
you can't.
There's nothing to argue
You can't
about.
argue with it, bro. Like some people eat dead vegetables in cans.
Right.
I don't buy vegetables in cans,
right?
Because it's dead, and what they put in there to preserve it, but the vegetable's no good. Before I go, I want to make this statement, man, and I want everybody to think about this, because like I'm saying, like, what's going on? Ask yourself this question: in this country, damn near every supermarket you go to, how in the hell can you have more different choices of meat than you have vegetables? Look, I want y'all to, when next time y'all go in the store, right? They have more choices of meat than they do vegetables. More choices of meat, right, than they do fruit. So what I do sometimes, I go to the international market and I do my research. I'm like, what is this fruit? Never heard of this fruit, right? And dragon fruit. You see all of these different fruits, like what the? And then I actually looked up. I don't know. I gotta. I gotta look this up and see if it's something man-made. But I actually saw blue strawberries. I was like, what the hell? So all these different fruits, man, especially in Africa, and you wonder why these people living so much longer, because a lot of them just on that vegetarian diet. Not saying they don't eat some meat sometimes, but it's mostly vegetarian. They eating bark off. They eat the damn tree. You know what I mean? So you see this stuff like how in the hell is you got people living in the jungle and you look at their teeth, right? And they on a vegetarian diet. Their teeth not cracking up, right? You got people that's 40 or 30 years old that's black, got a whole plate now, teeth falling out, bumps and shit all on your face. You're like, so what's going? To me, it's the food that they putting for us to eat, brothers and sisters, by any means necessary. any means necessary. So for me, I think I'm gonna challenge myself, and I got to figure something out to get this protein because I've been working out. Because for whatever reason, a lot of so-called people who love their brothers, man, they always want to fight QANATH. They wait till I get older, and then they want to fight. You know, but I got to keep my weight on, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna do that. But
QANATH, for the weight, avocados, sweet potatoes, quinoa. You understand?
Yep.
Hey, bro, it's way.
I eat that.
Cause look, I feel you, cause I refuse to turn to a paperweight. I work out too. You ain't really look. I'm the Maccabee, baby. I'm a hammer. You ain't. I can't turn.
Right. Because you know, if for some reason they will challenge you, man. They'll challenge you. Oh, look at them now. Look at them. You know, I'm telling you. Hey, look, y'all ain't got the grades yet, Mally. But I'm trying to tell you, ain't nobody stepping to you right now. But when that beard start, that hair start getting all gray, they gonna say, I got that nigga now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's
they
why
when they before I got all the gray and I was on the street teaching with everybody. Hey, QANATH. Now I got I beat QANATH ass. Like, wow.
hey, I work out 3 times a week, brother. You understand? 3 times a week, and to keep the weight on. Again, you got your sweet potatoes, you got your quinoa, you got your avocados, and chickpeas. You understand? Bro, you got stuff that keep you. You know what I mean? Because hey, look, we warriors, baby. Hey, you gotta be ready to rock. You gotta be ready to go.
Gotta be ready to rumble, man. Hey, but not just that, bro. Let's I know we joking around, but that's a fact. But also, man, you want to be able to protect yourself if some nuts start acting crazy around your wife.
Absolutely.
You know, because you got bullies out here who will try you, man, and try to size you up. You know, size you up, man. And let's get a little more technical, and I'm gonna let you brothers go. It's not just a food diet that the brothers preaching here, but we got to get our cardio up, right? And exercise is very important, you know. So we need to look at this stuff, man. Hey, man, thanks for y'all letting me come on, man. Most High bless y'all.
Thank you for coming, bro.
You know, I support y'all. I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna look at it again. Y'all coming bold as a lion on this issue. You know, and I like stuff like that. You know, I like stuff like that. Y'all was ready. Y'all knew people was gonna come against you. Hell, I was like, what they talking about? Because hey, I like that type of stuff too. I said, okay, we're going to, you know, even though my brothers, but I said, shit, I don't know. What they bringing out, man. Let me look at this. You know, so y'all just keep it up, man. I'm gonna play all 3 of the videos on the channel too. Most High will. Hey, man, Most High bless y'all, beloved family, man. Salute to y'all, brothers, man.
Most High bless you and your family, brother. Shalom.
Thank you for your testimony, Ak. Thank you for your testimony.
Hey, that was very, very powerful, bro. You know what I mean? All praises to the Most High.
Hey, look, you probably can hold it right there, bro. And this is just a suggestion, you know.
No, that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do.
That was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful.
Hey, y'all, for y'all that don't know, that was totally unscripted.
Unscripted.
I didn't know. I hadn't talked to QANATH. I ain't talked to QANATH. I did send him the that we was live in the Facebook Messenger because I always do that. You know what I mean? I go down and listen, just hit send. You know what I mean? But I did not know he was gonna be on some we want to come on and F.O.P.E. y'all up. I'm like, oh, okay. QANATH talking about he won't get in the ring. What he talking about?
Show what you said.
Like, look, I'm in agreement, and I was like, oh, okay, all praises, man. You know what I mean? So y'all, that was totally unscripted, and that be the Most High though, man. You know, especially when you be going through certain things during the week, or certain brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, be under attack. Y'all pray for my sister Keila. Keila be going hard out there.
What? Yes,
Keila see it, you did, but you know, certain brothers and sisters go through it during the week, and it be the Most High, like a breath of fresh air. Send in, you know what I mean? Send in somebody like, hey, look, salute. I see what y'all talking about. Hey, I've been looking at that, and I'm starting to see what y'all going into, and I'm seeing it, and I just want to support you, brothers. Also, you know, what QANATH was saying was true. He's just like, look, why all our people sick? And that's what I was saying when we first started bringing this out, y'all. Our people sick, like we still eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobsters. Something else is going on here. You understand? So, hey, look, I salute that brother because I know he ain't look, QANATH has never been a yes man. If you
No.
know him, like I know the brother, he ain't never been no yes man. So you understand? For him to come on and you understand to say, hey, look, I support you, brothers, man. Send me what you got. I've been looking, you're right, and I don't see nothing wrong with you saying. You feel me? Now, y'all remember a few months back, I was on my way back from out of town, and the brother had hit me up on a Shabbat and was like, hey, bro, man, you got to come on the show. Hey, everybody coming at your neck. You know what I mean? I hit the QANATH up and say, bro, I don't feel no pressure. Who you talking about? I said, matter of fact, I can come on the show. He was like, man, look, I'll cancel whatever I got going on tomorrow. You understand? You want to come on tomorrow? I was like, bro, I'll just be getting back in time. You understand? And guess what? As soon as I got back in town, I went back in town 15 minutes before I was live on this show. And sat there and presented what we've been talking about and took questions. And the brother made sure everybody was respectful, man. I salute that brother. Also, Shah Sham, QANATH's right-hand man, they actually family, they cousins. He interviewed me on F.O.P.E. Civil War. You know, so I salute the brother. And even Sham was saying then, he was like, man, Most High been on me about getting off that flesh a while ago. So, you know, hey, I just want to let y'all know y'all are brothers and all that, man. So look, hey, man, I salute brothers like that because it takes a certain brother of a certain spiritual caliber to stand up. You understand? Especially when they see something ain't right or when they see somebody is getting unjustly attacked and say, hold on, no, hey, y'all need to listen to what the bro and them is saying. I don't see nothing wrong. You see what I'm saying? And that's all it is. That's all it is. So I salute that brother, salute the whole F.O.P.E. brotherhood, y'all. If you ever just want to get on the phone and chop it up, because we know the questions that's going to come, we definitely can get into that. You understand? But in the end, y'all, we're not speaking sinful to our people. We're not teaching them to go against the Most High's creation. We're not teaching them to sin. We're not teaching them to harm themselves. It'd be different if we was teaching illicit sex. It'd be different if we was talking about, you understand, men being whoremongers and women being whores. It'd be different if we just was like, look, there ain't no morals. Live lewd and nude. You understand? No, y'all, all we saying is get on back to what my brother NehemiYAH called the Alpha diet, the first one, and the Omega diet. The diet is going to be going on in the end. You understand? Because what's going on in the beginning is what will be going on in the end. Y'all, we might as well do that now. We played a video in the beginning from Greg Braden, and you know, he used to be an engineer and geologist and all that, and he like, look, the Earth, the planet the magnetics of the planet is at an all-time low. And at the same time, the pulse, the heartbeat of the planet is speeding up. And that's why certain people can feel that time is speeding up. You can feel a change and shift and something and all that. Y'all, even more now that you taking all that dead flesh out of the temple of the Most High. You understand? To vibrate at the lowest frequency possible is to chew on dead flesh and be throwing strong drink down your throat and be smoking yourself out. But to really dedicate, meditate, you like that, boy? Dedicate, meditate. You know, eat living foods and totally dedicate this on over because the Most High about to make a move. Well, we need to be in a certain position to hear what he got for us. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, I salute that brother. And y'all, that lets you know that our labor is not in vain. Right? He part of a major platform. So for him to say, hey, look, I see what y'all saying. You know what I mean? We in agreement. That's solid. You understand? Now, and look, and to any brother that openly came against us or whatever, that openly came against us, QANATH ain't one of them, but there's plenty of brothers that had openly come against us. You dig? Hey, look, have some spiritual fortitude and openly repent when it's time. When you finally see what it is, look, be a real man and repent publicly as well. If you publicly came out against us, be a real man and repent as well. And at least do what this brother did. And look, he never came against us. But at least he was like, hey, bro, let me get on and you know, speak my piece, man. I got something to say. You see that? If any of y'all listening them publicly came out and call yourselves Smyrners, and I don't watch none of it, but I know y'all out there. What I'm saying is, publicly come on out and repent as well. You understand? Look, that'll major wonders for those that may be on the fence. You understand? Or those who may not be on the fence. But that'll be a strong faith booster to the brothers and sisters that's out here, man. You dig? Don't be trying to be all quiet about it. Oh, yeah, no, come on out. Come on outside. Because we had to sit in the hot seat. We came on outside, didn't care nothing about the war that was going to kick off. You understand? We lost. We lost a lot of people around us when this deal kicked off. That's why I salute the brothers and sisters that stood solid. I salute that, man, because if any time to show yourself loyal or to show yourself like, you know what, I see that is when warfare kick off. Warfare is not the time for you to get a yellow belly and tuck tail and get up out of here. You understand? So that's my little spiel. Nehemiah, you got something? And then we need to pray out too, brother.
No, I ain't got nothing, bro. I'm elated, bro. I was so satisfied that it was unscripted. You know, for the brother come on in. Like you said, he ain't never kicked against us. Open this platform. I ain't in total agreement with this. You know what I'm saying? But it's something we need to look at. This man is willing to come on here, sit in the hot seat, taking on all questions. Hey, I was there. I wasn't, on the screen or, in the conversation, but I was in the chat. Kept it in order, kept it respectable. Didn't let nobody get overzealous or out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And look, to come back almost about 2 months later and say, look, we need to relook at this thing. He's like, hey, Nehemiah been sending me script. I've been looking at stuff, man. Look, all pray. Look, that's what you live for. We don't need it. We ain't looking for it. You know what I'm saying? But it does, do something for your faith. You know what I'm saying? And do something for your heart to see your brother catch on, because you don't want none of your people to suffer. You see what I'm saying? And so we're not teaching you a doctrine of death. That's it. So I ain't got nothing to say, man. Look, but to change the title of the class and do this one tomorrow, but I'm excited, bro. That made my night. I had them 2 great testimonies from Jordan and from Brian and JoJo or Jordan, and then QANATH. Hey, it's a complete day for me, bro.
Yep.
It's a complete day for me.
You see the Gabriel from KC got on her.
Oh yeah, Gabriel. Yep, I saw it.
And then y'all big Moshe that be rapping, Yasharala Nation. You know what I mean? He was suffering from the boogeyman. And man, when the Most High, when you call on his spirit and you invoke his spirit and call for a healing, bro, it's on the way in full faith. It's on the way. You understand? So, bro, it's been a lot of testimonials, a lot of people just coming on in. And for me, that's good enough. I really ain't worried about anybody that's against us. Hey, we love y'all too, though, because it's been a lot of free promotion. They not realizing through the anger and hatred and the foaming of the mouth against us. You understand? They ain't doing nothing but promoting us and just having people check out what's being said. And people like, yeah, okay, y'all, it's time to live. All right, that's why we come on peace, love, light, healing, and balance. It's time to balance out. You understand? It's time to really pull that spiritual full potential, because all of y'all listening are either a son or a daughter of the Most High. That is a divine birthright that you have. And one thing I like what QANATH said, look, y'all, we different. The mother nations can eat all that and be cool. Look, we different. We different. All right. Well, hey, we the priests, we the MELCHIZEDEK priests in this earth. We the Most High's messengers. Well, look, y'all, we gotta operate and regulate like that's who we are. We gotta handle up. You understand? So our job is to challenge you to be better. Be good and be good at it. All right. Be good and be good at it. You dig? So Nehemiah, if you can go ahead and pick us a psalm, let's pray on out. I'm rejoicing too, brother.
Man, bro.
That just got me out. That's what's up. All praises.
Bro, you can't make this up, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. Hey, look, and think I'm playing. Clementine Homilies, page 130 was written. You feel me? And look, you said I had it sitting right here on the side.
Yeah. We're gonna get into that tomorrow, because I've been reading through that. Very, very, very powerful, man. Very powerful. first century documentation, Shimon K5's journal, and a lot of insight in there, especially when it comes down to what you putting in your vessel and the folly of idolatry and all of it, man. So I just thank the Most High, man, for the revelation and the willingness to go against the crowd when you see what's right. You understand? The confidence. Because you know, Nehemiah, we ain't never cared about being accepted by nobody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't never cared about being in the hot seat. I mean, we tend to always stay in that.
Well, you know the town crier does.
Yeah, you know, I mean, me too, especially the past few years, boy. You know, hey, a lot of people mad at the Maccabee right now, but it's cool, man. Because the whole thing is we challenging our brothers and sisters to really live under that vibration that they were created to live in, man. You were created to live great, to live healthy. You understand? You feel me? And look, you brothers and sisters, pour into each other. Especially you married folk. Pour into each other, man. Encourage one another daily. You know what I mean? Even if you ain't married, you know, pour into your brothers and sisters. You can do it. Like when brother be like, man, it's gonna be kind of hard to stop eating. Oh, it ain't, brother, because we gonna encourage you. We with you every step of the way. QANATH, it ain't gonna be hard for you. Just reach out. And look, we got plenty of recipes for you. Email them in the chat. Plenty of recipes.
Oh yeah, these daughters of Zion ain't playing. Hey, look, they came off that meeting, became just as great, if not better, cooks with the plant.
Man, it's serious business. It's serious.
So my bills be going down. I don't know what I might get from day to day in this deal.
Praise it. But look, most I willing. I don't know what you got going tomorrow. Y'all in here clowning Aubrey, y'all Pete going at these men. These eloquent Negroes.
PP say he still got that one hitter quitter in him.
Pete talking some Aubrey, y'all were talking about some Russell Dressbrook. Hey, because that Negro wear dresses and stilettos. Russell Westbrook. They call him Dressbrook.
Dude.
Utter madness, man.
Who played that new Cinderella?
My brother Darius, all praises, all praises. Snipers. Hey, Nee, let's make sure we link tomorrow, though, brother. It's going to be a powerful class. We got a lot to go over. Let's link tomorrow, most high willing. You know, I might swing down on you or something. Never know, man. Just let me know.
All right, brother.
Hey, let's get a psalm in, man. Russell Dressbrook.
Boy, y'all got that boy over there tickle pink.
Hey, you know I'm using that, boy. You know I'm using that, boy. Pete gunning these cats out there, boy.
Hey, man, you know it's gone bad when these men can be your fairy godmother now.
Yeah, man.
It's over.
It's over. It's over. All right, go ahead. Let's get this psalm in, bro, and let's get it done.
I'm just hit Psalms 53, man.
Let's do it.
All right. Psalms 53 with the Most High's permission. The fool that said in his heart, there is no Elohim. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. Elohim looketh down from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there were any that did understand, that did seek Elohim. Every one of them is gone back. They have become altogether filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Have the workers of iniquity no knowledge? Who eateth up my people as they eat bread? They have not called upon Elohim. There were they in great fear, where no fear was, for Elohim has scattered the bones of him that encampeth against thee. Thou hast put them to shame, because Elohim has despised them. Verse 6. Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion, when Elohim bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob. Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Hallelujah. Selah. Yahweh. Yeah. Boy, Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad. All praises.
All praise, glory, and honor. Very,
what a
very
wonderful day
powerful
it
psalm.
should be.
Very, very powerful psalm, y'all. Hey, that right there, that wasn't even scripted. That was of the divine order. The Most High ordained that whole thing. You know, when you get the scripture to say man's goings is of the Most High, all right, you may have something already like, okay, we're going to go through that. And the Most High came on through like, hey, you know, and sent one of the, hey, you know, just to give y'all some encouragement. So even if you was thinking about going the opposite way, Most High sent reinforcement, man. So, hey,
or making that change.
You said what, Nate?
Or just making that change.
Yeah.
Say, look, I've been hearing, I've been listening, but I've been contemplating, hey, look, it's time.
It's time.
And not only is time for me, it's time for me to present it to my platform.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, that is. Very, very much is, brother. You dig? So, look, hey, look, I love all y'all indeed and true. Shout out to all the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. We love y'all too. Believe that, know that, right on for the free promo. To all the brothers and sisters that have challenged themselves to present these vessels, your bodies, or the temple of the Most High in pristine condition. Hey, I salute every last one of y'all. And as a brother, I'm here to pray for you, pray with you, and encourage you. You understand? You can do it. You can do it. The Most High has great things in store for us. All right. And just like you like your house clean and swept and garnished, He want His dwelling place the same way. All right. Like you wouldn't go and make your bed or your dwelling place at the graveyard. The Most High don't want your body a graveyard of living flesh. That's just what it is.
Look at it.
It's just what it is, right? So all praises, glory now to the Most High. Love all y'all indeed and in truth. Strap up, back up. Don't stop till you Enoch. Don't stop till you see Yah. You understand? And you look, challenge yourself. If your body, either your body is a living sacrifice for the Almighty or it ain't. If it is, then hey, step on into this marvelous light. All right, your dreams will be a lot more powerful. Your prayers will be more powerful. Your thoughts will be more powerful. I mean, you just live a more righteous, powerful life. You understand? And you'll be hearing the voice of the Most High more and more clear. You will believe that. Know that. All right. To the end, my friends. Love all y'all indeed in truth. All right, y'all willing? We right back up to more about around 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. And we gonna get it in, you know. We gonna get it in tomorrow. We gonna get her done. All right. Nehemiah, you got anything else?
No, man. Everybody rest well, sleep well. Want to give my condolences. You know, I know our brother Obadiah, Ben Israel, one of the OG 4 tribers, slim figure. You know, his mother gave up the ghost this week. Also our sister, she's another one of OGs from the old days, you know, go way back with us. Marla McCall lost her father, you know, so definitely want to send comfort to her and her family as well, and to anybody that lost a loved one. A lot of fights we've been having with these exemption letters, we've been winning, you know. But just always be prepared, y'all, because there's gonna come a day where you want to finally have to make that stand for the Most High. You tell Him you stand for Him, but it's gonna come that show and tell. You see what I'm saying? So just keep our people in prayer. If you need us, call us, email us. If we got to travel to you, we'll get to you. You know what I'm saying? So we love all y'all indeed and truth, man. It's not just talk, it's a walk. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. I'm glad thank God for hearing our prayers about Pete. Pete was in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? Totaled his car. All while starting a new job. You know, he needed some help. You know, Israel came through. You know, him and his beautiful wife and family. You know what I'm saying? So praying my brother continue to keep moving forward. another testimony. Emma, I have to be careful. I talk to her on Facebook. They be locking me up for loving my mama. You know what I'm saying? Emma set apart. She would have made jam today. She's like, this feel like one of them jam days. I brought some elderberry jam today myself. So, but yeah, man. I love all y'all. Now keep them testimonies coming, y'all, because somebody in Israel needs to hear that. And I'm talking about it, man, I'm talking about it does something for me just to hear the power of God working with y'all. You see what I'm saying? Because I know he works for me. My life sometimes is too easy. I love Malaki always say, hey, look, when things going too good, expect him to show his hand.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man. All y'all rest well. Pray the Most High give all y'all the grand rising. Peace, I can't type for nothing. Man, wish all y'all a grand rising, rest well, man, and Most High will. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Most I willing. All right, y'all. Shalom. Shalom lakum. Peace to you all. Peace, love, light, healing, and balance, y'all.
Yo.